titles represented here, and number 2 on the journey so far of this NRS experience is going to be Injustice. Mortal Kombat 9 was just a couple of hours ago. Soup taking that. Now we're getting into Injustice, where we've got some names that are not going to be surprises. A couple on the loser side too, but familiar names if you guys have ever watched competitive Injustice throughout time, throughout space. We got killers like Darth Arma. We got Forever King, his brother Burrito Voorhees in the building. Myself in the bracket. Also here on the comms, you'll be seeing me a little bit later in this bracket as well. That's on the winner's side. If you take a look at the loser's side, we've got Mike Metroid going up against all the way from the UK Scare Tactics. People traveling quite a distance.
Across the pond.
For some Injustice action. It's been beautiful to see. And then we've got, on the other side of losers, we've got Newbie from the Buffalo Fighting Game community, if I'm not mistaken.
Shout out.
Going up against Mosif, who is all the way from the complete opposite corner. So we got Northeast, and then we got Northwest action happening there. So guys, stay tuned, sit back, and get ready for some Injustice Gods Among Us in the year 2026. Who'd have thought? Not me, Alphabet.
Who'd have thought?
Here
in the
we
year
are.
2026, we've got Injustice. Let's talk about how we've got 15 years of absolute NRS greatness across the board here at Combo Breaker 2026. I mean, we just had the MK9 top 8, which was unbelievable.
That was crazy.
A lot of familiar names from that bracket here, like we just mentioned, in this top 8 as well. Mike Metroid
Third
did pretty
place
damn well.
in MK9.
Yeah.
Also in this top 8 side as well. Yeah, really good, and has been consistently playing these games throughout the years, and that is a testament to everyone in the MK9 bracket and this Injustice bracket. We'll definitely be talking about a little bit in the MKX bracket as well, where these guys, myself included, we just love these games and really never stopped playing. You would always go back just because we had a great time with these, and you're going to see it in the gameplay here today. Now, character-wise, get ready for surprises across the board. You may be expecting nothing but top tiers. No, a lot of us are playing those eclectic characters that over time we just crafted and honed. In this first matchup, though, I'm not too sure because Darth Arma is the one that has stuck with his roots from the beginning to now with the Batman. He has broken out the Wonder Woman a couple times here and there way back in the day when he would find himself in some counterpick situations, maybe fighting an Aquaman here or there. But may not be the case here so today with King. Has really been random selecting for the past couple of years. Someone who has just continuously played this game with his brother here. Could be seeing the likes of Lex Luthor, a.k.a. Bruce Willis, armored up, souped up.
Yes.
Has been his favorite character for like the past year and a half of this game.
Yeah, and speaking of all of the characters that he's got in his repertoire, you know, you would expect him to maybe go with a Zod counterpick, or a Martian Manhunter
or the Batman
counterpick.
himself that he's known for across not just Injustice 1 but Injustice 2 that got him many accolades over the years.
Absolutely, but it looks like he's going to go with the Lex Luthor. He's probably just going to kind of suss out Arma, see how he's going to approach this matchup.
It's definitely a big knowledge check early on here for Arma, but Batman's got great tools to deal with armor. He's got a double hitting batarang. He's got mechanical bats as well, that if he's got fully loaded, 3 mechanical bats will be circulating him just like you see there.
Yep.
And of course Lex is a power character, so get ready to see some interactables. Get ready to see some interactables in general, baby.
Oh yes, we're going to be slamming heads and knocking people through walls. Aquaman, honestly, Lex Luthor touted as kind of a bottom tier character. I'm really interested to see, you know, King's interpretation of Lex, how he approaches this matchup, how he deals with Arma's batarangs, maybe his keep-out game. He does have that trait where he is afforded armor to, you know, tank a couple hits, get in, dash in. But all right, Arma starting things off strong.
Such a smart thing to do, too, in the beginning. You have those instant massive frames covering the interactable that you know that Big Lex wants to toss. And is he going to go into a restand here? Yes, it's going to be. Oh. Some tricks into the immediate piano. One of the few things that Batman himself can throw. He is a gadget character, so he can actually interact with interactables differently than someone like a power character of Lex Luthor. There's batarangs taking off the armor, but there is the orb of Lex Luthor acting similar to a smart disc of Predator in MKX.
Yes.
Once it's out, after a couple seconds, does a shot that tracks.
All right.
Strong start.
Damn, that jump
Arma.
3 from Lex just covers the entire screen.
It's an axe of absolute death. Invincible wake-ups through the batarang, but enough recovery for him to check that Arma with a strong start here.
All right, picking things off in this Injustice bracket, and there's the chair.
Alphabet, I'm going to teach you something. Back in the day, if you got hit by that chair interactable, you lost the match. It is currently 1-0 Forever King, and people just don't know it.
All right, Forever King up 1-0 in the set.
Those are the rules.
Them's the rules.
And that was an Arma special right there. Such reactions to anti-air with his trait and have the optimal pickup with the back 3 as well.
Beautiful, and we're going to see the clash. Let's see what they spend. Now, folks, if you don't know about Injustice, there is what's called a clash meter at the second round. Once your gray bar is down, folks can spend their bar to either get health back or take it away from their opponent. Yeah, so it's really kind of like a layered mind game there. Am I going to spend? Am I not going to spend? So
all depending on who has initiated and who is defending in the wager situation. Empty jumps into the low, not falling for it, swinging like his life depends on it right now with armor up. He's going to armor up here behind 2 orbs. Fantastic block of the overhead.
Plus frames.
Weathers the storm. More plus frames. Not going to deal with those because of a 1-bar push block that exists here in Injustice 1. Push block denied with the trade of bat. And that might be it. As long as Arma's execution is there and get down. Darth Arma striking first here. And this is where King, I think, might finally go, you know what? I've had my fun with the Lex Luthor. It might be time to get a little crazier here. And he plays the entire cast. We've seen Zod, we've seen Deathstroke, we've seen all kinds of things. In recent tournaments that I've hosted on Coliseum, he's been playing in every single one of them and usually puts on a clinic. Or his buttons were wrong that we're seeing here.
Combination of maybe buttons were wrong, but here we are back to the Zod. Although that last match wasn't very, you know, like one-sided. I think Lex was doing the job pretty well, but we'll see if he's going to suss out the waters here with Zod.
I was just some fantastic blocks from Arma in the end when King got, you know, on the aggressive side with the dash up 50-50s. Both overheads getting blocked here, and a strong start here for Forever King. And uh-oh, the bicycle's in play.
Oh, he gets over it. Wow, beautiful stuff from Arma, just completely jumping over that interactable. And now down to punish. Okay. What's for breakfast?
And Arma's on the absolute hunt right now, and the most ambiguous jump-in to ever grace possible fighting games is that Batman jump to. They put that thing on a shirt back in the day, by the way.
Put that 50-50 on a shirt.
Just the silhouette of Batman's jump to, like a bat signal.
I can't even imagine the nightmares that jump in gives people.
That's why you see in game number 1, he didn't go for it. He's went for the grounded Reese. Oh my goodness!
Wow, full screen. Catches.
Arma making some reads right now.
He's looking pretty strong, Aqua.
Well, so it's like he can do no wrong with it. That trait usage absolutely perfect. Doesn't get the reach. He does, and exploded everywhere. And that one's infinitely reusable, so Batman can just go to town. Similar to the infamous dumpster that Forever King himself is behind that clip of.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
So if anyone deserves it, it's him. I'm just saying.
You know what? I don't disagree with that one bit.
Yep, that's the way she goes. Oh, look at through the slow orb. Armor didn't know what to do. Traits out. Finally, the first trait sighting of Zod. Push block, but guess what? You still had to eat it.
Not blocking. Okay, forcing the clash out of Forever King is Darth Arma. Surely Forever King spends some meter here, gets a little bit of life back, and has a little bit more breathing room, and elects to just kind of like maybe play the zoning game here. Batarangs for days out of Arma.
So impressed by the needle threads of those traits. Wow, set the slow orb again. Missed the instant air. And with a health deficit, this is not looking good for Forever King. Can he close it with the trait? He's watch out for it. Oh my goodness, the trait of his own, but gets the low to work.
All right, forcing the clash out of Arma is Forever King.
I don't think Arma's going to spend anything here. He's got a health lead. He's going to save it for probably resources here.
Yeah, meter is infinitely more important, and
spent one.
Gets a little achievement there, too, for your trouble.
Built one getting it. Oh! Now sending the entire arsenal of Krypton as General Zod from full screen.
And I think Arma's totally content to take a couple projectile trades here, not force the issue. Going up on a 2-0 lead against King would be incredibly decisive and very important for Arma.
Oh my god, he just chipped him to absolute death. But now it's time to mix. Watch out for the trait in the back. Weathers the storm. Comes the dive kick, push blocked perfectly. Now it's about 2 traits. And sent again flawlessly by Darth Arma, 2-0 in his favor. Now is King going to say, let's do this, and Batman mirror him? That's where I'm kind of leaning right now.
That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Just go for the ego challenge. You're down 0-2, and then just like really try and get in your opponent's head, like play those mind games.
No.
What more can you do?
He's going back to the Zod.
Okay. I respect it. I think, you know, if King cleans up his approach just a little bit, and I mean, geez, with Batman and those plus frames. That's a tough hill to climb, but Zod will certainly be the one to do it.
Zod's trait beating him up and even the trait itself did a combo. Perfect control. That's one of the biggest background bounces too, but oh no. Got next on a side switch. Trying to interact with him on the instant jump normal there. Down 2, denied by the jump to a Batman.
Get down.
cross up.
Oh my gosh, ambiguous cross up there, and back into the corner you go. Gray bar is just disintegrating here for Forever King. Nice jump in. Okay, Signs of Life looking to even things up. Background bounce. Good control by Forever King. Great pickups. Look at how long he floats in the air there with those Zod bombs.
And minus 722 when you do that slide on block right there. Batman's one of his biggest weaknesses is his wake-up game. And even slide, it's minus on hit too. That's what's really savage.
That's really unfortunate. Too bad. Too bad, so sad. But now, here we go, full screen.
Where are you going? Where are you jumping to? Get down.
And I'm loving Arma's just presence of mind to keep King in the corner and not let him get out and start, zoning him again. This is where Batman shines.
The second version, oh my goodness, Forever King. There's something nasty right there. Nothing he can really do much off this knockdown except for get red for his life by Darth Arma. Gets to wake up to work though. Getting some space with the best backdash in the game right now.
All right, here comes the
General
trait
Zod.
there from Forever King. Gets a little bit of offense going, but push block. Gets that trait out of here.
Oh no, those projectile trades are not going to be in his favor. This health deficit dwindling right now. One-time trait from Darth Arma's also takes about to get another one as well. Those Batarangs mids, they hit twice.
One last chance here for Forever King. One little touch will do it. But the trait catches him and forces the wager out of Arma. He can do it, but I believe these guys are both going to spend their meter here, not get, health on either side. Yeah, okay.
King saved his meter, actually got through the glitter, and Arma falling for the low laser. He has a background bounce. He dropped it earlier. Doesn't this time. He still has to deal with a bar on Arma's wake up here.
Not
Big
enough
damage.
to kill.
And perfectly gets the punish. Arma thought he was safe
Wow.
with the distance built from the slide right there. He said, nah, I got a dash, buddy, and that thing is quick. And then one of the best outros that they've ever done. I'm going to sit back and just let Zod bathe in his gloriousness right now.
Talk about aura farming there. And
You ain't
aura farming
lying.
was King. He completely believed
Look at
in
that. Those people are
round.
welcoming their new leader. All right, 2-1. No switch to the stage either. Both of them like what they're seeing.
Okay, and then Trade is going to do it here for Arma with the Batarang.
That's going to be a reset. Whoa, woke up. Trying to use the invincible frames to wake up, but just too active is that explosion.
Wow.
That thing
Wow.
is a bully alphabet.
It really is, and there's a couple things that he can do with that trait. He can recapture you for a combo. He can just slap you to death, and having that trait as presence on screen is really a threat. So King is going to want to lean into that as much as he possibly can.
And it comes back rather quickly. Has it again already? Ooh, got crossed up in the dirty way, and that's another health bar gone for King now. Back to the wall, literally and figuratively. I mean, we're no dark to worry about though. FTX Lasers trades back out.
Nice push block there from Arma, but doesn't get rid of the trait.
Gone now. His own trait gone. It's going to get shattered into a million pieces.
Yeah, King's going to want to work on that gray bar because you don't want to take any additional health away. When your opponent still has gray bar, I mean, that's just free damage as much as Arma could get, but King taking that away from him. Okay, a little bit of neutral being played, and the overhead low mix is going to connect. We're going to see a swaggy little combo here.
Off the interactable as well. I mean, that's just basically home field turf. Mirrors in the back, mirrors in the front. Try to just meaty grab right there and into a raw dash with importantly get a side switch as well. And when you're in this zone, any hit you can and if your opponent's airborne, you just mash interactable and you get the launcher off of the laser,
Yes,
forcing the
yes.
clash. And all of a sudden, King is fighting back into this set.
All right, King waking up, Signs of Life, forcing Arma off the clash. Now, this is where I think King is going to try and either fully Arma to death and maybe, either slow things down, but it looks like he's taking the complete offensive and wants to close things out, wants to take things to that Game 5. What a way to kick off Injustice top 8
With
here.
a game number 5 going the distance. And these two have a rivalry back in the Injustice days.
Oh.
Back in 2013, back in 2014. It was always a battle of who was the best with a character. That's what we did, That's the way it was. And these two were the best Batmans of our community, and they battled quite a few times. And I got to say, I remember seeing a Batman mirror that a certain Arma won back in the day. To really send a statement. It might not be why we're seeing the mirror here today.
And that's so cool to see runbacks like these just years and years and years later.
20
having the
years
old-
later. Okay, I don't know about that long, but it's been a while.
Right. All right, King starting things off really strong here in this Game 5. Arma's about 80% down on his gray bar. He's going to have to push the issue if he doesn't want to be super, super down on life and in a terrible position. Plus frames for your troubles.
Oh, look at that backdash. Just getting out of there. Finds the hit. He's going to EX this for some great damage to 18% on the special and takes out the gun. Enough speed to stop the grappling. Hook of Batman. Traits out immediately. And trait v trait. That doesn't get to pick up the grab, though.
That is so unfortunate. Just when you think you got the connection, Trait coming in to interrupt that for you, and this is all Forever King. Oh, by the way, there's unblockable interactables in this game, in a competitive fighting game. Haha.
And now King could just be going for a chip out here. Single hits, and it guarantees the chair of goods. What an unbelievable finish. Even Arma knows what just happened to him. King does too. Bringing that back. Reverse 3-0?
Yeah, reverse 3-0. And
What a
Aqua,
start.
at this point, according to what you said with the chair, King hit him with the chair and went up 1-0 in the set first game. So now he's technically won 4 games.
Yeah, technically. That was kind of a community rule that if you ever got hit by that interactable, you just deserve to lose, and you should feel ashamed of yourself. But to be fair, when you have a trait beating you up behind you, jailing you into it, it's a little bit of a different story, I feel like.
That is just
a tough spot to be. And guys, I actually have to now get up and go play on stage as well. And I'm going to welcome onto the commentary desk who you just saw getting hit by the chair of goods. Twice. He actually got you 5-2. Ladies and gentlemen, Darth Arma.
All right, good luck, Mr. Aquaman, and welcoming to the booth is the one, the only Darth Arma. Shout out to MK and J.
Wow, big shout outs. I'm so salty.
The
second one didn't count because he held me down with Trey. The first one counted.
That's fair.
I don't even know what happened on the first one. I was like, I blanked out and I was like, oh, here comes that super slow chair.
I didn't know that was a community rule.
Yeah, it was actually a GGA thing.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
16-bit used to say that constantly, like on the mic.
Yep.
You know, the little stream.
Mm-hmm.
It was very fun, and it was just like screaming off the top of their lungs, like "Chair of Goods, it's over, it's over." I guess it kind of like kind of connected to like hitting someone with a chair and like wrestling.
Right.
A lot of those early days of like Injustice commentary.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it was like inspired by like wrestling, like over the top commentary, storylines.
No kidding. And shout out to GGA too, by the way. I mean, such a pillar of the grassroots community, a pillar of the NRS competitive scene. A lot of those folks there have just been there since the beginning and are here today.
That's right.
For Combo Breaker 2026, this all-in together tournament that we have going on. All of the NRS games, just from MK9 all the way up to MK11, MK1 being, technically a main game.
Yeah.
It's so wonderful to see just a lot of the old guard here ushering in a new era of NRS games and, introducing some of the older games to folks who might not have
been
otherwise
around
been
at the time.
exposed or around. Yeah.
Yeah, big shout outs to Rick for, specifically coordinating and another big shout outs to NRS specifically coordinating and assisting with specific pot bonuses for all the games, even the old NRS games, which I don't think this game hasn't seen a pot bonus in a very long time. And yeah, man, that was Rick like spearheading it. He said, it's heartbreaking that MK's not at EVO this year, but we love Mortal Kombat, we love NRS, and let's make it happen. When I was waiting to make sure Foxy was here.
Yep.
Tekken Master, Killer Shinnok, like I can't wait for tonight's exhibition. It's going to be so cool to see all these legends, all these titans just juggle between all these different eras of NRS games.
Absolutely, it will be, Arma. I mean, as a just total NRS head myself, I'm so stoked to be here, be at an offline, playing NRS games with my friends, and just having a good time. And Combo Breaker being kind of the, penultimate representation of NRS offline. And we are just having a great time. We just had MK9 top 8 earlier today in Super Bowl, taking it, well, technically rampant Earth obesity.
Shout out to Rio.
Shout out to Rio, absolutely. And folks, we are getting this next match set up for you here. In the meantime, we're going to have Mr. Aquaman going up against Burrito Voorhees. Now, I am willing to bet, Arma, that Aqua leads with Ares, but who do you think Burrito might be leading with here? He plays a whole heck of a lot of the cast, but
if Burrito's like trying really hard to be sweaty, he usually goes Black Adam. And it's very unfortunate that Aquaman has to play Burrito because Burrito's probably the only other player in this top 8 that knows Ares inside and out, because that character is very strange. He's got really slow buttons, but he's got like a really cool and fast trait. He's got unblockable setups that technically OTG and launch, but it's most Ares players say that it's all smoke and mirrors, and nobody's gonna know those smoke and mirrors better than another Ares main.
yeah,
What'd I say? What'd I say?
Okay, all right. Looks like he wants to get sweaty.
Full-on sweat mode. Now again, guys, there was no random selection on the stages, if you guys can tell. But if player 2 presses X, it goes to a random stage. So the community rule was do double random. You just don't move the cursor on the stages at all. So many people hated this stage, not just because of the reappearing interactables that show up in the sky, but also just because of that weird yellow-red. Like, if you're colorblind, like, as a person, it's very hard for you to play on this stage.
Yeah, I mean, look at Black Adam. He blends into the stage, too. I mean, that's got to be
very weird.
Kind of funky and disorienting to go against, but who knows? Maybe it'll work out in Burrito's favor, here.
Hopefully.
Okay, kicking things off. Are we
still
doing a button check?
I don't know. Double button check.
All right. Got to absolutely make sure that those controller presets are right.
I don't appreciate being teased. let me tell you that.
I'm with you on that, Arma. I want to get to the action.
Yeah.
Let's get to the action.
To the nitty-gritty.
But, again, as a competitive player in a top 8 situation, you want to absolutely make sure that your buttons are set so that you're not making any kind of misinputs during your set. And, yeah, we're doing that right now.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Ares goes full invisible.
He needs it.
Invisible, not invincible. Invisible. Guys, there's a difference. I love how I never thought about the fact that both of those words show up in fighting games, but in different ways. Like, even in modern MK1, like, Reptile goes invisible.
Invincible.
Invisible. Vision. Invisible. All right, we're getting the action started. Big jump in from Burrito Voorhees. I believe that was a cross-up, but who knows. Gets down the orb and knows that Aquaman wanted to kind of move. Aquaman fighting back some normals into that up sword for that launcher.
Oh my gosh, and there is the interactable there. Unblockable on Oki for your troubles. That's so...
Yeah, but Burrito actually avoided it by doing his wake up. Yeah, he used the invincibility frames on his wake up. And in Injustice 1, all your wake ups, I want to say, had a set amount of number of invincibility frames.
That's right.
Invincibility. Not invisibility frames.
Or invulnerability.
Invulnerable. That's right. That is the NRS way.
We are spelling it out for you here, folks, A through Z, making sure that you are up to speed on your terminology.
Now, a lot of people remember when Aquaman played MKX, Kotal Khan. The original Kotal Khan jump-in one was from Ares.
Oh, no kidding.
100%. Like, watch Ares as he jumps and does his jump light. It looks exactly like Kotal.
Reusing assets, eh?
I mean, hey, they're there. Why not use them? But
absolutely.
It's just funny that Aquaman plays both of those characters.
Yeah,
no one else has a jump-in punch like that. No one.
Okay, didn't quite get the punish on the cross-up there was Aquaman. He really, really needs to close out this gray bar because Burrito's just going to town and forcing him off the clash. That is really putting Mr. Aquaman in quite a tough situation here on game 1. Burrito Voorhees looking really strong. Okay, all right, he comes together, finds a straight projectile.
It's a tough thing, man, because you got the unblockable orbs from Black Adam, but a little dive kick, a lot of mobility from Black Adam with that dive kick. Are they staying on that stage? No, thank God.
Yeah.
I was tired of looking at that stage. My eyes.
My eyes! All right, so we are either going to go to Themyscira or Stryker's Island. Honestly, out of all the stages, it's Wayne Manor or Themyscira has to be my favorite in this
For
game.
aesthetic or gameplay?
Aesthetically.
Yeah.
Honestly.
This one's cool. Like it's very. I feel very absorbed into this world.
Very immersive, Wonder Woman stage, as it were. But folks, here we go into game 2. Burrito finding a nice connection. gets the complete pickup, a little bit of trouble, or a little bit of damage here for your troubles, and collects the overhead. All right, sets up another safe jump. Ooh, nice block on the overhead there. Bullying Burrito in the corner and just kind of like gets out.
There's that jump-in punch, that jump-in punch from downtown to slam dunk.
All right, and catches Aqua with the down 2, reinforcing some offense here is Burrito Voorhees.
Nice block. Oh, getting tricky with it. Aquaman drawing first blood as Burrito Voorhees finds himself in the corner. Those interactables aren't really abusable by the power characters, so I don't think we're going to see that come into play. But now here is what does come into play. The lion head. Who's going to try to reach for it first? Is he going to think that he's going to think that I'm going to think? He's going to throw it, isn't he? No!
Yeah, oh, there he goes. And these are both power characters. They can't reuse the lion head like a gadget character might able to. So Burrito strikes with that head and forces the clash. Burrito probably going to get a little bit of life back here and maybe save a bar or two. Oh, no, he spends it all. He wants all 30% back. Needs to get that gray bar off of Aquaman as quickly as possible to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, and I feel like Black Adam's one of the few characters that can still do damage without meter. And a lot of his stuff does build meter because he has these super long routes all through special moves. Trying to hit that black magic.
Ooh, and
that I don't know if he meant to do that. I think Aquaman teleporting made him accidentally input a special move, but it worked out. Because if Aquaman blocked that, he would have been toast. That is super unsafe. No way he wanted that straight up.
All right, and doesn't find the complete combo there full screen. A little tricky to convert off of the lightning cloud there. And nice punish from Burrito Voorhees here. Not going to be enough to kill. But now, if he just closes the distance and hits him with those lightning orbs, that will do it.
Yeah, so even though those orbs are unblockable, they do a different amount of damage whether you're blocking or not. So even though they're technically unblockable, I think it's 1% if you're blocking and 3% if you're not blocking, but I don't, it's been so long, it's something like that. Uh-oh, cannon.
Okay.
So, I love how he's not smart enough to just pull the trigger on the cannon, but he's like, must pick up cannon, throw cannon.
Smash him overhead with cannon.
Like, just press the button.
Nice block on the cross up there from Aquaman. Gets out of dodge, but the dive kick is going to catch him. Okay, here's a pickup there from Aquaman. Teleports out. Here's some plus frames. And a clean opening there for Burrito.
Yeah, that's a big jump in from downtown. Uh-oh, whoa, look at that. That's actually an overhead projectile. And that teleport feels instant. Like you are in their face right away. Aquaman trying to keep his distance, didn't want to get caught up by any kind of wake-ups.
All right, and that puts Aqua on the board here in a little bit of a more comfortable position than Burrito. This is where Aqua really needs to force the subject.
Yeah, black magic, full screen presence all the time. Aquaman knew that, so he was kind of trying to wiggle around and get kind of tricky, but Burrito is all over it. Oh boy.
Oh wow, what an interesting interaction on that.
Can't cross me up if I'm not on the ground. Forward 3, extend the combo. That's a very hard combo to do. Burrito didn't drop that at all.
Oh yeah, that is very execution heavy, and here is the clash. Burrito forcing Mr. Aquaman off of it on his last life.
I also like how Burrito played to the clash by specifically going non-meter burn routes so he could contest the clash when it came to it.
And that's very important meter management in this game. I mean, I feel like gray bar rounds, when either character has full health, you can kind of play around with meter a little bit more. But once you're out of that gray bar, you got to start being a little bit more conscientious of how you're spending your meter, where you're spending your meter.
Yeah.
And
yeah, and it's always a fun little mind game too, because like the less amount of bar you win by or lose by is it makes the bar individually worth more, because it's like in increments of 15, 25, 30, and 33. So you never want to that third and fourth bar don't really get you anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you're talking like
diminishing
bang for
returns.
your buck. Yeah, you're talking bang for your buck. You want to win the clash by 15%, but sometimes you're so desperate that you don't want the extra bar, that could lead into damage to stop you from getting 10% back.
Right, and honestly, that's a really interesting mechanic to kind of play around. And folks, we are going to send you to a quick ad break here. Thanks for joining us with Injustice here at Combo Breaker 2026. We will see you folks in just a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your top 8 of Injustice, Gods Among Us, here at Combo Breaker 2026. This is our all-in together event, NRS games across 15 years. We just saw winner side of things, Mr. Aquaman going up against Burrito Voorhees, and that was a wonderful set, but now we're going to send things over to the loser side of the bracket. We're going to see Mike Metroid going up against Scare Tactics, and Mosif and Newbie to follow. Yeah. Arma, what a bloodbath it's been.
It's been crazy. I mean, the pools were crazy too. You know, people dropping down before I thought they would. People playing the game that I didn't even know they played, and they're like, well, I was 12 when this game came out. And then now I'm applying some fundamentals from newer games to revisit the fun old games. But
it is really interesting to see how folks progress throughout the years of fighting games that they're playing, and then to your point, how they bring those fundies back to the games and improve in those games that they're playing contemporarily.
Yeah. I feel like since active Injustice 1 days, I've been a little bit more prone to waiting and laming things out, but I don't know, back in the day, that didn't exist for me. I was just like, go in, jump two, jump two, jump two. Maybe I should have brought a little bit more jump two today, but hey, what are you going to do?
And going in are these two big body characters.
Yeah. Oh. Big button check.
Definitely an NRS button check. Looking like gameplay.
Hey. At least it's not a hand warmer. All right. Grundy, arguably the most broken low-tier character in any game. I mean, we're talking about command grabs that lead into 70% or more. We're talking about armor available at the cost of no resources. Not just armor, multiple hits of armor, just whenever you feel like it.
And then he's got an insane anti-air command grab and damage to boot, too. He's got his trait. So Grundy's trait is really unique in that when you connect a hit, you can choose either a damage buff, you can choose a defense buff, or I believe a meter build buff is the third addition.
No, I think it's a there's like anti-chip buff.
Anti-chip trait, okay.
Or maybe that's defensive, I forget. There is 3. I want to say it's like do more damage, take less damage, and then there's like take no chip at all.
Yep.
I could be wrong. So that was actually going to be a back to reset into a full like 70%, and he had to clash there. If he didn't clash there, he was going to die.
Absolutely, Grundy.
I want to say the Grundy and Doomsday players say that this is bad for Doomsday. I feel like it's mainly because Doomsday's kind of on the ground. He's a little bit slower, and the Grundy armor just kind of goes through everything. You also don't have to block low or overhead if you're just armoring through things.
No, you don't have to worry about blocking at all. And it looks like Mike Metroid has not had to do any blocking whatsoever.
Stink it up.
He is going in on Scare Tactics.
Stink it up.
Oh my God! And the triple corpse walk cancel just with the chip. Oh my gosh! Mike Metroid coming on strong with some stink aura here to close things out.
Stink it up. I love the knives on his back is a great touch to the costume, and they changed when he changes his costumes. Sometimes they're just little pokey things. I don't know what they are. Doesn't block the earth shake, but that's okay. Gets in a little crazy. So Scares Tactics thought he was going to probably block, or maybe he was anticipating armor and just kind of decided to change his mind at the last minute. Little tombstone action for you in the corner. Reverse tombstone? I don't know what you call that.
Oh, wow. Instant jump, too. Gets the connection, but not going to be able to follow up on a complete combo. There is Mike Metroid. Now, Doomsday's trait, he's got that set of armor up, so he just can't get hit until you break the armor off, man. This is an armor off, this entire set.
Now, a lot of people, more modern people, equate that green armor to Tremor from MKX, or even Tremor as a cameo in MK1, but it originally was in this. It was originally Doomsday armor. It works the same way, where every hit becomes a static amount of hit stun, so you can make safe things unsafe by purposely taking those hits.
And there's Scare Tactics answering back closing out that gray bar for Mike, trying to start things off with a tech, but Mike says, get off of me, son. Unhand me. I am the one who will be grappling you today. And here comes another interactable for your troubles.
He wants the overhead to finish this. Meter burn back 3, not a bad option. Keep the pressure going, never mind. Oh, fast enough to get through it.
And there's the Earthshake, that almost instant overhead low, but tanks it. So much armor coming out of Solomon Grundy. Mike Metroid going up 2-0 against Scare Tactics in the set.
I love how Grundy throws Doomsday like he doesn't weigh like 1,000,000 pounds. Right. He just like soars across the screen.
But I mean, look at the forearms on Grundy.
I don't care. Nothing in this universe is throwing Doomsday like that. That's not happening. Nobody
It doesn't
can
have
do
to
that.
make sense.
Kryptonian pills. All right, that's the
Oh,
story.
there you go.
That's what the story says, and that's what we're doing.
All right, nice neutral jump there from Scare Tactics, trying to close the distance there with the shoulder charge, but Mike Metroid finding another armor, getting a connection, loading up that damage trait.
Tombstone. I never realized that they gave him that because, the aesthetic with death and the tombstone.
Right.
And then, the Undertaker. I know the guys at NRS are big wrestling fans. It's definitely not a coincidence.
And it's such a really cool attention to detail in its design. I mean, the NRS team really cares about the games that they make and how they are presented, right? And it's just so, so much damn fun to watch these characters duke it out.
And it's crazy to see how different these archetypes are. Like how many games have anything like Doomsday's armor? Grundy just getting armor when he wants, the command grabs, and he's still somehow bad. I think it's a slight downplay, but
I don't believe it for 1 second, Arma. Not at all. And gets the reset there off of the back one.
That's the command grab after back one,
back
two.
one. Yep.
Yeah, off of back one. That's guaranteed, but Mike knew it wasn't enough to win the game, so he went for a different reset, which a lot of people are kind of scared of. But really, as a strategy, you should be expecting the low, because the command grab after back one is guaranteed. You can't do anything about it.
That's right. That's right.
So don't be afraid of the guaranteed setup. You should be afraid of the combo extending setup.
Yeah, lots of layers there, lots of mind games going on, and at the end of the day, it's really just kind of a guessing game.
Mm-hmm.
So guess for your life, and turns out Scare Tactics guessed wrong at the end there. GG's to both players. That's going to be a 3-0 for Mike Metroid. Moving on in the bracket, and next up, folks, on the other side of things, we're going to see Mosif and Newbie. Newbie, who I just learned today, is brother of Sunio, BFGC native as well. So shout out to the Buffalo FGC.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, and his brother Sunio is going to be featured in today's showcase coming on later, which is going to be the NRS exhibition. Now, Mosif and Newbie. I mean, obviously Newbie, if he's around Sunio's age, he's been around for a while, but I wouldn't say he was like as prominent as Sunio, especially in those early days. But it doesn't hurt to have a very talented fighting game player in your family.
No, it's always good to have a brother to play with, to spar with at home, get your offline games in. And I mean, when you think about these competitive NRS games and brothers and family members, there are very many twins that we see throughout competitive history. We've got Mighty Unjust and El Kukui. We've got a whole slew of twins that duke it out and that play at a very high level. So hopefully, I'm not sure if Newbie's a twin. I don't quite think that he is, but maybe he'll bring that brother energy to the table.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the same advantage, but when you're a twin, you're less likely to take your ass whooping without coming back from it. Because if you're the younger brother, you're just like, well, he's just older than me and he's smarter than me, and that's why he beat me. But when you're a twin, there's literally no reason he should have beat you.
No, you're the same person. We're the same exact person. As a twin myself, yeah, I use that OS too all the time.
Is it anything like the Mahler twins from Invincible?
Oh,
You're the clone.
yeah,
Say it.
I'd say it.
I'm the clone.
All right, folks, we're getting this next set up for you here.
Set up.
Little double entendre there for you. All right, little button setup going there for you. I'm not too sure who Mosif is going to rock. It looks like he's hovering over Aquaman. Catwoman on the side of Newbie, a very, very strong character in this game. Wonderful jump in, great armored back 3, background bounce. She's got a lot of tools to kind of close the gap and be really oppressive. She's got a lot of plus frames and some mix. Not a fun character to fight, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I feel like even obviously the walk speed in this game is atrocious. It's very slow. But what Catwoman brings to that is her long reach with her jump 2 kind of makes up for it, giving her a little bit of extra mobility and an extra way to sort of get in on an opponent and, easily hit confirm into more damage, into whatever you need. Matchup numbers, I remember this being horrible for Catwoman. Aquaman just has a great, I talked about how Catwoman needs to, jump in with jump in 1, jump in 2. Aquaman puts a stop to that very, very easily. So you can't really jump in on this character in this matchup. You got to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more passive. But, even when you go that route and try to, face him, on the ground, I think Aquaman's buttons are just plain better than Catwoman, face to face.
Yeah, you've got his, I think it's a back 1, 2, 3 into Trident Rush, that really quick low poke, that low starter for Aquaman. And then, yeah, there's not going to be any jumping in on the side of Catwoman. He's got a wonderfully, just hard hitting and large hitting down 2 to answer her jump in. So I'm interested to see how either of these guys approach this matchup.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be Catwoman on the back foot. Going to have to just kind of crawl her way in. Her whip kind of helps a little bit in this matchup because that whip gives her range, but it's so slow. What's the it's a special move, I believe. I don't remember if it was a special move or a normal button where she kind of turns around and throws the whip down.
That's a funky input. It's like you have to hold down and back. It's down back 3.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
And it's nearly that full screen low.
Does that count as a normal?
I'll say yes. I'll say yes because you're not kind of doing it in a fluid motion. It's one singular input. So in my mind, I'd count that as a normal.
All right, it's a normal. Let's see if we see it come into play. Oh no, we're getting. Oh, I told you, I don't like getting teased.
It's all tease all day for you, Arma, here with these button checks.
Button checks, hand warmers.
Ooh, and look at this, just spacing on that back 1. That practically hits from mid-screen.
Yeah, and it's very fast for what it is, and the fact that it hits as a low, very infuriating.
All right, folks. Game 1 between Newbie and Mosif on the loser side, and just smashing that down 2 is Mosif, finding the connection there. Some respectable damage into the interactable. Gets the block on the full screen cat dash.
No punish of the scoop, though. Scoop very punishable for everybody, essentially. And you got to watch out for that Aquaman trait. Basically, it's the opposite of what getting frozen does. Instead of adding to the hit stun, it completely reduces the hit stun by, I want to say by half. And thus you kind of just flow out of guaranteed combos.
And you still take, if not the entire amount of damage, but a very significant amount of damage if you're in that trait.
No, that's a 2. That's 2
that's
only.
in 2? Oh,
yeah,
really?
in 1 it was normal.
Oh, wow.
That
okay.
was one of the nerfs to Aquaman in 2. Even though he's a legacy character, they reworked that just a little bit.
All right,
Unless I'm totally tripping, but I'm pretty sure that was only in 2.
We'll have to see. I'll have to pay attention there, and see what happens. And here, Newbie with a push block on the Trident Rush. I mean, that is just plus frames and chip damage for days, so you don't want to have anything to do with that. And here comes the clash.
But 2 bars on each side. Neither player faked the wager, and it looks like they both spent everything they had. The whip from downtown, stopping that interactable grab right in its tracks. Mosif opting to hold on to the clash, maybe for no opportunity to have the the meter lead. So to not really, that's not it.
Good presence of mind there from Newbie to push block again on the Trident Rush. Doesn't want to give Mosif anything here and another clash is on its way. All right, 15% health regen, and here comes the Spear of Destiny coming out of Aquaman, coming out of the ground. This isn't going to be a whole hell of a lot of damage, but 25% with this kind of life deficit makes all the difference.
Oh, had that been confirmed into something else, it would have been a totally different outcome. Catwoman should be dead. Let's see if she finds a way to one of her extra lives. Never mind.
Never
Not
mind.
happening.
Mosif taking game 1.
And, you know, I guess the idea was right there by Mosif. Like, you know, if they block it, I can still Trident Rush and get as much chip as possible. And if they get hit, you know, he would have killed them.
Right, absolutely. Oh, whoa, and just jumps right through the interactable is Newbie. Very
look at his
interesting.
health. His health's totally fine. So he
Okay.
absorbed he blocked all those things. But I want to say it was an Injustice 2 thing.
Okay, see, that's where I'm remembering it from.
We're trying to remember things from 13 and like 9 years ago.
I'm getting my games mixed up. All right.
I mean, I was pretty sure I had my game mixed up too.
Okay, and that interactable is going to be reusable for Aquaman and Catwoman too here.
How does it hook back on? Is someone up there hooking it back on?
I think it's tied to a rope that's connected to the ceiling, and it's just
I know,
it's like it swings.
But it
Oh,
swings
but it stops.
back into place. How does it swing back into place?
Because
It should go back to the middle and then become like a new interactable.
physics. Physics who?
Yeah, a lot of questionable physics. What's the word? Anomalies in this game.
All right, nice opening there for Newbie. Gets 33% damage off that combo and avoids the interactable. No punish there from Mosif. Forces the clash. We've got both sides, even with meter. I'm willing to bet Mosif spends a little bit and Newbie doesn't really have to. Oh, they both went for it.
They both went for it. Oh, catching him before it. See, that because that move has so much hit stun, it did not eliminate it completely. So a lot of people assume that the water trait gets you out of hit stun totally, but all it does is reduce it to half.
Yeah,
so
it's
certain
not
combos will still work.
Not a get out of jail free tool
Oh, you
across
could have
the
punished
board.
that. You could have punished that. You blocked Trident from the deep, so close to him.
Okay.
Both. All right, he kept on to his meter. You know, all right, look, it worked out for Newbie, but that was a little scary, especially considering how little health Mosif have. I don't think it was the right call to hold on to that meter.
I don't think so either, Arma, but at any rate, that gets Newbie on the board.
Worked out fine.
It worked
There's
out
a lot of
for him.
interactables on the stage.
There are, and they use them in such interesting ways, too. I mean, nice avoiding of the interactable there. That's all it is. That's all we're seeing right now are interactables.
Interactable's the game.
Okay, nice connection on the low there from Mosif. This is going to be some pretty respectable damage.
That's a tough combo. He dropped the very end for like an extra 3%, but that first part is also very tough to connect.
Cheeky little pickup there off the overhead.
Did you hear her scream?
Well, at least she sounds like a cat when she screams. Character accurate.
I never noticed that. She just randomly screams like a cat.
All right, nice pickup there from Newbie. He can meter burn that, I guess that projectile absorbing special move there to kind of serve as a get off me tool. And get off me indeed, Mosif is saying here, going up in the round on Graybar. He's going to want to do some work here.
Stop throwing things at her. Oh no, that scoop. But he was too far away. He didn't turn around in time. That can get a little tricky at times. Catwoman's got a full stack of meter here. She's going to be using it for anything, or maybe just kind of waiting for the clash opportunity. And I think that's what Mosif's doing too. He's being very passive for when he uses it. Here's the Trident Rush, push block at the same time to make sure he doesn't gain that meter back. Very good trade-off, if you ask me.
And intentionally dropping the from the deep there so as not to force the clash, but to still give Mosif more opportunity to get more damage on the board, and Newbie is going to clash that out. I probably see about 30% gain here. Yep.
But see, think about that last bar. That last bar got him 5%. Is that worth it? Especially because Catwoman hits hard when she uses a bar.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
It's just a little bit of a, like I said, a little give and take. And you gotta. He obviously didn't know his opponent was gonna bet that bar. But then also, as his opponent, is he gonna? That's why he kept the bar, because he's like, if I spend this bar, it's only gonna stop him from getting 5% back. So
Very much. I know that you know that I know that you know.
I love the clash mechanic. I know a lot of people like hate how repetitive it is in the games, but I just like the mind game around it and how you have to like utilize a real life resource that's in the game that you earned or spent in the game, and then you end up like overreaching or overextending.
It forces a very critical decision in an already tense moment. And speaking of here, Mosif answering back Newbie's oppressive offense.
He
with
got
some
it.
solid damage. Nice pick up there, 43%. Not going to push block. Oh, Trident Rush.
For one bar, I mean, that's a good chunk of damage. Batman can do more meterlessly, but that's okay.
He needs it. He needs it.
Yeah, needs it, along with his jump too.
Interactable in play there for Aquaman.
That's the whip I was talking about. It does help in this matchup just a little bit, but you just don't really get much from it. But Newbie running away with this. Are we going to be seeing some more torpedoes thrown? No! Trying to swing with that super slow back, too. It does hit his overhead, but if the opponent is ready to swing, don't do it in their face.
All right, 30% health back on the side of Mosif. Up in the set, but Newbie looking to take things to a potential Game 5 here. And man, oh man, Mosif doesn't want that.
Now, unfortunately for Newbie, he did kind of jump at the worst time to eat that interactable exactly when he landed, because that interactable does not hit in the air. It only becomes a hitbox once it explodes on the ground.
That's right.
A little jarring if you're not ready for it. Back in the corner, but see, this is a good corner though. This corner, especially as a gadget character, you can press that button to launch that missile so quickly that it's just worth the trade. So anytime I'm pressuring a gadget character in the corner, I'm like, I know they're going to be mashing interactable.
I'm smashing that button. I'm smashing that like and subscribe button to get that missile out there, Arma.
Out of here.
Okay,
Launching.
nice punish there off of the scoop from Catwoman. Mosif in a really tough position, but answering back. Oh, misses the forward 2 connection there to get him back in the corner.
Finally hit him with it. He tried so many times this set to hit him with that turbine, and it finally connected. Oh, anti-air! And Mosif making the comeback here, on the verge of defeat, on the verge of getting eliminated from this tournament, and just being able to clutch it out.
Staying alive in the bracket. Man, that was looking like all scramble territory there in the end. I mean, you can't help but just get shook and nervous and, oh God, I just want to close it out. I just want to close it out.
It's a little scary, especially with like how you feel like so restricted when you play this game. And I always equate this game to, because the movement is so limited, it's a lot about decision making and a lot about execution.
Yes.
So it's not as much about like moving or like neutral or, you know, making things whiff and whiff punishing. Like those elements are there, but it's not as prevalent. Like, so when you're in those very nervous situations, it's hard to have, like, you don't have the normal outlet that you have. But don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to be coming back with more Injustice 1 action. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, fans and combatants, welcome back. This is Combo Breaker 2026. We are watching and enjoying Injustice Gods Among Us, the amazing title by NRS that released back in 2013. So come take a dive back into this amazing nostalgic game where your favorite superheroes in the DC universe go at it one-on-one in a very fair environment of interactables that do 20 to 25% every time Zod throws his trait at you and holds. Not fair. Anyway, here's the bracket. Forever King versus Burrito Voorhees. Of course, the Brothers of Destruction. We were talking about that earlier before.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
not fair. That's definitely not fair. Forever
They
King
train together.
They love this game. Down on the lower side of the bracket, Ed Boon doesn't like when you call it loser's bracket, so you got to call it
lower
bracket.
side.
Yeah,
Okay,
the lower side.
understood,
Come on, guys.
understood.
That's a joke.
We're going to see Mr. Aquaman and Mike Metroid. Ooh, that's going to be a fun match, Arma.
Can't wait. And then after that, we got Mosif versus myself. And it's been fun jumping back and forth between the matches and coming here to commentate. Kind of reminds me of the old days when it was just open mics, come and hang out. You know, these guys in top 8, this guy's up next. And it was just it feels very community-esque. Not that I don't like, what things have become, but it's just, it's nice.
A good feeling.
It's nice
feeling.
to miss those old days.
Very, very, trip down memory lane.
That's when I met
As
most
it
of the
were.
people in this top 8. That's when I met Mike and Mr. Aquaman a long, long time ago. 2013 title, NRS, in there. Of course, we got Solomon Grundy, who's usually is he a Flash? I'm pretty sure he's like a Flash villain, usually.
Oh, man. I
has
don't want to upset people by
yeah.
saying either yes or no.
I don't care. I'm going to upset everybody. And Ares, typically a Wonder Woman villain. I thought Ares was actually both these characters were a very strange pick for this roster. They weren't really in anything. And this was before the Wonder Woman movie, so you didn't really see Ares in anything. I was like, who's this guy? He's just some ancient god thing, zero clue who he was.
But I like that. It's definitely someone's favorite character or
a diehard fan's favorite character.
Yeah,
sure.
and they love seeing that. And yeah,
I also love the Ares voice actor in this game. He's just so menacing sounding. I don't like the Grundy one. He just I just hate hearing Grundy. All right, tying it up, Mr. Aquaman versus Mike Metroid coming down to the wire. Clash coming into play. So whenever they want to opt for the minigame to essentially use it as a combo breaker, here, Combo Breaker 2026, they just go right into the minigame. Good block of the low. Now that's the drawback on that Grundy one. It is a really good tool that tracks and goes full screen. That was a call out by Mr. Aquaman.
Beautiful call out indeed, and gonna get the EX corpse walk.
Stink it
Loading up the stink is Mike Metroid, trying to vie for some kind of command grab, but Aqua has just been throwing him for a loop with these teleports here. Get out of the air, says Mike Metroid. Aqua is all over the place right now.
I think Mike was thinking about waiting for one more hit to get the bar, but I think he just kind of panicked and said, let me clash now. I might not get the chance later. So no ability to get any health back. Oh, that's why he held. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he wanted to hold on to that bar because that hit would have made all the difference.
It certainly would have. But Aquaman taking that first game in a bit of a scramble kind of situation. It was kind of hard to follow them just jumping and teleporting and going all over the screen there.
Yeah, it's very scary when you don't know where Ares is and he just pops up. He goes overhead or low. Who knows? Overhead, dash cancel, low.
Oh my gosh, and faking out the low trait there was Aquaman.
Schmick's machine.
And by the way, he can combo with that EX teleport, so you can rack up 4 EX teleports worth of damage. It is really quite something to see. Ares, quite a swaggy character in this game, if I do say so myself.
To see, I don't see anything. I see Mike Metroid fighting himself. Overhead, back into the statue. Oh yeah, Grundy can really abuse these background bounces. Some characters get so much off of it, and some characters get absolutely nothing. Back 3 going to be enough to seal the deal on this first hit, thanks to that active offensive trait that Grundy did trigger after those command grabs.
Nice jump back there from Aquaman. Blocks the overhead projectile. All right, Grundy's going to walk. Oh, doesn't have to walk him down.
I don't need to guess if I just armor through. Grundy mad. Uh-oh.
Okay, low.
Empty jump low. What is this, Street Fighter?
Mind games of mix for days coming out of Aquaman. Very, very strong. And I believe that's unblockable. Or no, that's a low.
No, it's unblockable.
It is unblockable. Okay, that's right. Oh,
from the top rope, Ares, Mr. Aquaman, coming down to lay the hammer on Mike Metroid, who just wasn't ready. And he was also on the verge of becoming invisible, so you just don't know. And I guess I never realized this, but basically the answer to that is you're supposed to neutral jump, but Grundy's so slow that I don't think he can land and punish.
No, probably
Everyone
not.
else should be able to land and punish, but Grundy has a very floaty jump, as you can see right there being demonstrated.
So the adaptation is being made on the side of Mike Metroid. No whiff punish on the down poke there
I
from
saw
Aries. That was
I saw that size 18 boot go right through the helmet. Uh-oh. No! Doesn't block the second string as it hits us overhead. Tries to get a little cheeky with some armor. Looking for a tick throw. Now that down 2 into the command grab, that's a tick throw if they block it, and it's safe if they don't block the down 2. So very tough to punish that. You got to specifically look for the command grab afterwards.
Mike Metroid looking very strong here in this third game. Follows up with the low, gets a nice connection there. But you're back to the corner, and Aquaman armoring out of the corpse walk.
Those are crazy reactions. Don't have to block, don't have to guess if I'm just armoring. And this should be a huge chunk towards the end of it. You can't clash until this part right here. I don't think he's going to do it. No, decided not to because he didn't have the meter gain, but now it's pretty much over. Wait, what? Why didn't he do more? I thought he could have done more.
I guess not. Well, Mr. Aquaman answering back here. Last sign of life in this game 3. Trying to get the pickup off the down 2 into the trait, but Corpse Walk is going to do it. I'm not surprised at all. You've got armor for days.
I love the animation. I love the animation of the head. Like it's like a headbutt, right? Like he grabs your arms, the top of your arms, so you can't do anything. And he can't do anything with his arms, so he just smashes your head with his.
It's very brutal, very visceral, and very enigmatic of the character Solomon Grundy. It's just his animations and his design are really some of the best in this game. Bring him back.
Again, double interactables for your trouble. Mr. Aquaman taking the lead, though, here. Should be after this combo. Never mind, drops it. Good block by Mike Metroid, blocking that overhead this time. Uh-oh, throw him towards the corner and then stink it up.
Stink it up.
Oh, no, he was close enough. I didn't think he was close enough for that conversion.
No, he got the pickup. Nice stuff there from Mike Metroid. This is going to be a good chunk of your health bar. Ooh, okay, 50% for your troubles. Get out of here. Mike looking like he's making the adaptation armor. He's looking really strong in these first couple of rounds.
Uh-oh. Back off, Mr. Aquaman.
Wouldn't be surprised if something like this goes to a game 5. Ooh, and the unblockable hits, but a drop on the side of Aqua. Trying to avoid that projectile, that interactable was Aqua, and faking out the EX back 3.
Yeah, and even though it costs meter, it's like a big tell and a big sound cue for your opponent to think, well, you know, forward 3 is the universal overhead. It's going to come and hit me. Good block by Mike Metroid. Very patient. Uh-oh. Corpse walking right through it. Stink it up.
Oh, nice duck on the command grab there from Aquaman.
Well, there's no ducking in this game, but it's like, because it's just back to block. So I think either Mike did it too early or Aquaman walked out of range. That was a very strange interaction.
Ooh. Nice pickup there off the ground bounce. He gets 2 in a row and keeps it unclashable.
Mr. Aquaman.
Oh my gosh.
Pop it off.
And the pop off. Let's go. Mr. Aquaman taking it 3-1 over Mike Metroid. That's right. That looked like it was all Mike in the last stretch of the game, but Aquaman kept it together.
100%. That was a clutch comeback. That was very, very well deserved. And it's tough when you're in that mindset. I mean, he did have the extra game for like cushion, and sometimes that helps with the clutch situation. Like, you know, hey, what do I got to lose? Let me go for it. But that was intense, man. That was crazy.
No kidding. It's absolutely intense, and that is the quality of just like gameplay that you get here with these NRS titles. It's just intense moments,
so good,
crazy guessing. Like, oh, that was so hype, man. That was so hype, and I'm looking forward to so much more here.
Yeah.
Moving along in the bracket.
This whole weekend just crammed with tons of NRS titles, and you know, if you're not here, at least enjoy watching it because it's just going to be so fun to see everybody. I mean, we've already had so many great things. We just had MK9 a little earlier today. That top 8 was crazy. In Super Bowl, Biggs, Mike Metroid, all getting in there. It was good, and I can't wait for more. The MK1 top 8 last night, that was amazing.
So
all the
great.
International talent that's here. Again, big shout outs to, you know, Rick for making this happen, because without him, you wouldn't have all these players that came out in droves to make sure that they are part of a very special combo breaker. Like this means so much to everyone here to have their game celebrated and loved and embraced in the hometown of where this game is made, right here in Chicago.
And it's about community, man. I mean, the whole ethos of Combo Breakers, it's about community, and that is on display. That is being shown here this year across not just the NRS titles too, but all the fighting games. There's a bunch of different like mystery tournament pop-ups. There's side tournaments. Every single place you go in this venue, there are fighting games going on, baby. There is action. There are people who are passionate about these titles and about just coming out to an
gaming in general. Yeah,
just gaming, man.
There's a great arcade, awesome vendors, a lot of great things. Definitely make it out. Mark your calendars for next year. It's probably going to be Memorial Day again, like it usually is. But always looking forward to Combo Breaker. No, this is Winners Finals. Yeah, this is Winners Finals. This is Forever King and Burrito Voorhees. And then the next one I'll jump on, yeah. So it looks like we're normally we don't go into Winners Finals, but I guess for the sake of fluidity to, because I am in the bracket still.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be fun if me and Mr. Aquaman meet in the bracket. Then who's going to be here?
Well, I guess I'll just have to do double duty if that ends up happening.
Okay, you just do both my. Okay. We'll figure it out. Burrito Voorhees, Forever King, brothers who've been through pretty much everything when it comes to learning NRS stuff. Forever King, the older brother, so he's kind of been around more active like in the MK9 days, and then
Sure.
Burrito Voorhees, was formed more like during Injustice 1. And he was like a big body expert, like playing Bane, playing Grundy, playing Doomsday. And it really made a name for himself at the very young age of like 14 years old.
Yeah, there's a lot of young prodigies in this scene, and Burrito Voorhees definitely being one of them. When you have a top player like Forever King to spar with day in and day out, I mean, there's no way that you don't get good at fighting games.
I also love how they're both wearing a Yomi shirt, and that's like a huge throwback to the MKX days. And that's a nice little segue as we do get ready for MKXL, which I believe is going to be streamed. I don't remember if that's later today or tomorrow, but the early days of MKX, there was a huge threat, a huge collection of super top NRS players gathered in essentially a renovated warehouse in probably one of the worst parts of Atlanta. And it was just like, living in a frat house or like in a dorm where there was just monitors and PS4s and MKX everywhere. And you were playing with the likes of DJT, MIT, Slayer, Forever King, Rio. And then, much later, all these other players just started joining in because they're just like, well, I want to be the best at this game. NRS was throwing $10,000 into pots. Like, people wanted it. And it's not necessarily that it was like a good career move, because it definitely wasn't. I'm not trying to glamorize what these guys went through to be the best at MKX. But it was kind of like, I'm young, I can, get up, go do this and live this crazy lifestyle.
When you're passionate and dedicated, that was the place to do it. And Forever King being one of those players.
Now, I had a discussion with both these players about this matchup. Throughout the game's life, we always said Batman does win, but Forever King said now that Franco is more patient and just a solid player, it's not that easy to win in this matchup. It really isn't. And he says if Franco gets me in the corner, it almost feels like GG's, even if I've got a huge life lead.
And it's really interesting to see how these players approach these games differently as time goes on, right?
It looks like he had a little bit of... No. He was making sure. It wasn't. He didn't change. I don't know. Whatever. We're in there.
Okay, nice back 3 armor there from Forever King. Are we going to load up the bats? We sure will.
So that's actually a standing reset. Because he loaded up the bat, he kind of reset the hit stun. The hit stun stays, but the next contact becomes a new combo. So that was just, it's like a 50-50 guess. And on big bodies like Bane, it's a little bit easier. Level 3 to get through those projectiles.
Ooh, no. Good thing he avoided that interactable. That would have hurt really bad. But now Bane in a tough position with the with his trait meter completely down. He takes extra damage, but now he's got it back.
for Burrito Voorhees being very patient and very selective on his approaches. Oh my gosh. Swinging up. Level 3. Ooh. Is he dead? No.
Not quite,
Oh,
but do it again. He's dead. Break the back of the bat.
He broke that. That was a perfect image of just Batman just punched over his knee.
Ooh. And Cannon, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
I also love the detail. Like, obviously, he's got a giant knife, and he can kill Batman right now. But anyone who is a comic book nerd knows that Bane does not want to kill Batman. He wants to toy with Batman. He wants to show Batman that he is better than him, that he is stronger than him.
I am stronger than the Bat.
Oh, so many. It was also awesome to see how many like different like comic. What's the word for them? Like Flashpoint was big when this game was coming out, and they added a lot of Flashpoint costumes.
Yes.
So Forever King switching it up with Martian Manhunter. Now, towards the end of this game's life, Forever King pretty much dropped Batman completely, and competitive play always went to Martian. Martian seen as one of the best characters in this game. If you ask me, I'd say he's number 3 after Batgirl and Zod, but
Batgirl being number 1 in your opinion.
And Zod
I can see that. I can 100% see that. With the damage output that she has, with the reset potential, the mix, the guessing game, she has every single tool in the book. But so does Martian Manhunter here, honestly. He can be all over the screen at once and really have an oppressive full screen presence. And that's going to be tough for Bane as someone who is, can't necessarily zone him out. He's going to have to close the gap.
Well, see, Martian has, like, all the things he really needs. I'd say his weakest part is probably the damage output. Like, right there, King had no other way to make that really hurt enough without using bar. So Martian is very, like, bar dependent, but he can build it off of anything. Constantly throwing orbs, the safe on block teleports, which he has. I don't know why.
He needs it because he needs it. That is always the reason. A nice pickup there from King. Spending a little bit of resource here, and yeah, to your point, there's 31% damage for all that work. Even on life here.
He's alive. He's alive. Debuff, debuff, debuff. But the fact that he enhanced it, it meant that he had less time on the debuff. He got opened up, and now this is so unfortunate because he is automatically going to reset the debuff time because of the clash animation. He's going to spend both bars, and he's down to a pixel. Ooh. What was he going to do? He could literally teleport. He could call the orb. Nothing Burrito's going to do. So it's going to be a little bit of a cat and mouse type of game. This matchup is kind of taking me back to Jupiter versus Revolver, and I want to say every time those two players met in bracket, which wasn't often. I want to say maybe it wasn't often because usually Revolver would get bodied by somebody else. But I want to say every time they met in bracket, Revolver came out on top because you have to play against Lex in such a strange way, and I don't necessarily think Martian has the tools to deal with a lot of the stuff that Lex has. Lex also has a lot of long-range moves to contest, the pressure after that Martian teleport. Yeah,
that jump in 3 is going to cover most of the screen there from Lex. We also talk about how he has armor on his trait. He has the almost the MKX Predator-like projectiles that he can throw up in the air and have them on a delayed timer. This is looking like the correct pick here for Burrito, answering back very strongly in this third game.
Can you tell me why he didn't just shoot the rocket at him? And he said, I must crumple and throw. What is trigger? Like, why didn't he just shoot the rocket?
Nice pickup here from Forever King. Respectable 40% for your troubles into some plus frames. Nice block on the overhead.
Yeah, very smart by Burrito. Oh, the throw tech. Now, I got thrown a few times on stream, but I remembered, I was like, oh yeah, there's a little screen wobble during throw animations, and that kind of helps you react to the throws in this game.
That's your tell, yeah, there you go.
But for some reason, Martian doesn't have it. Every other character has it except for Martian Manhunter. So I don't know how Burrito reacted to that.
And 3 EX back threes there coming out of Martian Manhunter. Trying to close things out is Forever King and finds it with the back 4-2.
Super safe. I think he might have been able to corpse charge in that, but I think he just wasn't sure and he didn't want to take the chance and instead would rather, oh, watch your feet. Gonna keep it unclashable. Yes, he is.
Not quite enough to kill. Here comes some rockets and projectiles. You gotta dodge a minefield here, King.
Oh, he wasn't there. He wasn't there when the shot was taken, but that's okay. Oh, no. Did that cross up? That might have crossed up.
It may have. I mean, in this game,
It doesn't tell you cross up in this game. It doesn't tell you punish. It doesn't tell you anything. I'm not even sure it tells you counter.
We just went off vibes. We just kind of guessed. Like, did that feel like it was a cross up?
Let me tell you, we've had so many updates to the quality of life. Like,
We're spoiled.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, just charge him! Just charge at him! Burrito Voorhees taking the lead in this winner's finals. And it's going to be a little bit of a cheeky cat and mouse game. So I'm sure Forever King's going to go to a different character. Maybe Batman. I feel like Batman...
I think he does pretty well in this matchup.
I do, but I don't know if I'm biased because I played with the only really good Lex Luthor at the time, which was Revolver. So I learned that matchup extensively, which is why King couldn't deal with it. This is an awful 7-3 matchup if Zod can get those instant air Zod balls. But let me tell you,
that
I don't think King has it. That clip was done by somebody playing on a hitbox.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, not playing on a hitbox, but he acted like he played on a hitbox. He was very good at the execution of that.
Infamous clip of General Zod just doing instant air. This
why?
right here. We're going to see a lot of this coming out of Forever King.
I wanted to revisit this game, but I did not want to revisit this part.
Well, here we are, Arma, whether we like it or not. Nice.
That was smart. So he's going to try to prolong this combo as much as possible, getting the trade out again. Both players have the trade out. Burrito Voorhees living to see another day. Backdashing the interactable.
Okay, there's some plus frames off the projectile, allowing King to get in, and full screen low connects, finds the pickup with that special, and electing to back off. Probably waiting for trait here, but Burrito is not going to have it. He wants in right now. He wants to close this out, Arma.
Now that trade is going to go away pretty much at the round start, but can he get something? As long as he's getting comboed, he can't use the... Oh, that was crucial. That was such a crucial drop, but because he dropped it, Zod got that little bit of wiggle room he needed to just close the deal.
Projectile for projectile.
I told you, he doesn't have those. You got to keep him nice and low. Uh-oh.
Oh, tanking the interactable with the armor.
Yeah, and the fact that he had armor level 3, he actually negated all damage from the single hit of the interactable, which that one in particular does around, I want to say 26%.
Yep.
Uh-oh, watch your feet.
Nice low there from Burrito. Finds the opening with the overhead. Block for your life. Nice grab,
oh
too.
Oh my gosh, this is
all
so
Burrito.
intense. What is happening? Oh, no.
King finding his way through the armor with armor of himself.
I would have push blocked that to make sure the trait went away. But now King can zone. Look at all this. Look at all this real estate. What? He's going in.
Meter burn for extra damage. King finding it with the interactable. He stays alive, taking us to a game 5. There have been so many game 5s in this bracket, Arma. Both of these players want it.
The fact that he had to go to this matchup and the fact that he almost made it come back. But again, a crucial part to making this matchup terrible for Lex, I mean, the matchup we just saw, you have to have those instant air Zod balls perfect. Like,
yes.
you cannot, and it's also exhausting doing them over and over again unless you play on a hitbox.
Your fingers have to get tired if you're just ripping it out, ripping it out, ripping it out. Kind of like an instant air gas blast Cabal. I mean, it's just so repetitive and so demanding on your dexterity.
Yeah. Definitely harder than instant air gas, but like it's still, the idea is there. Uh-oh.
Nice pickup off the trait and gets a full charge on the laser. That is going to pop up. Doesn't have to spend the meter. And look at this combo coming out of King.
So essentially what King is doing here, he's prolonging the combo to make sure that his trait is ready to go when he finds the hit. Now he's backdashing. Zod's backdash is insane. The down 2 to reach him as he's grabbing that interactable. He's not doing the tick throw.
Maybe he was looking for it there, but King now has all the real estate to work with, but goes back into the corner. He just wants to close things out.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So level 3 has a special attribute, level 3 Venom. It makes you invulnerable to all projectiles, including 1 Zod ball, 3 Zod balls, the Zod shot. So that's how he got in without dying.
Beautiful stuff there from Burrito Voorhees, using the trait to his advantage to close things out and even things up. And boom, 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 boom are the Zod balls. Neutral jump coming out of King, finding the pickup here, forcing the clash off of Burrito. Probably, a couple bars spent here, maybe about 20% gained.
Yeah, I wasn't watching to see how much, if he was in Venom or not. It looks like he was. Whenever you go into clash animation with Bane, if you were in Venom, you go to automatic debuff. That hurt him. Yeah, it's a huge bug in the game.
Okay, finding the opening there. Navigating that low laser was Burrito and forcing Forever King off the Clash. Now, Burrito has more meter here, so he can
does,
do damage.
and King opted not to use his 1 bar, so he got 25% back. This is going down to the wire, and he doesn't have his trait back, and I guess that was huge because of the Clash. That's the other thing that gets reset to nothing is Zod's trait goes back to 0. Oh, no, he found the hit. I think 1 more mix, and he's dead.
Level
1 more
2
mix.
plus. Level 3, here it comes. Any hit will do it. Oh, my God.
Not enough.
He didn't have the meter to... Oh, my God.
This is so intense. He's on debuff. He's on debuff.
Okay, that chip isn't going to be enough to kill, but... And oh, my gosh. Arma, I can't take it.
Level 3. Do it again. Oh, no. He's running away.
Down 1, down 1.
Debuff!
Oh,
Debuff Bane somehow making this happen. What a set. Burrito Voorhees taking it by the skin of his teeth. That was insane.
And wouldn't you expect that coming out of these two brothers who are playing each other day in and day out? A pat on the shoulder there.
I was going to say, I also love how Burrito doesn't just, he's not reacting to the godlike thing he just did. Like, not only just in that matchup, but like the matchup before. He didn't win it, but it's still, he just doesn't care.
Just another day in the office for our competitor Burrito Voorhees here, making his way into grand finals.
He does love this game, though. All right, I'm going to hop off the mic to let Mr. Aquaman come on here because my match is the only one that we can play next. So I'm going to go, I guess maybe be right back later. Who knows?
All righty. We may or may not see Arma on his way back here. Good luck to him throughout the rest of the bracket. Folks, what an incredible set there from Forever King and Burrito Voorhees, putting on a show for you in Injustice, War of the Gods. Wow, what a top 8 we've had so far in this bracket. Combo Breaker 2026, if you're joining us right now, we are in the middle of our Injustice top 8. We just saw Forever King and Burrito Voorhees. Burrito took it 3-2 over Forever King, sending King to losers. King still has a life in this tournament, but he is going to go down to the lower side of things where he has to fight for his tournament life. Going to go ahead and pull up the bracket here for you folks and see what we got coming up next.
Sit right there. This is PPJ. He's a Chicago native, Injustice 1 god from back in the day, and he worked.
Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm Alphabet. Welcome in.
Yeah, what's up? I'm an ancient, some might say.
An ancient. Well, welcome. We're in the middle of this this Injustice top 8 bracket, and there has been a lot going on. Forever King versus Burrito was a bloodbath.
So to me, I mean, I hope this is the consensus. Like, that was almost a blow up, like Lex versus Zod. That being that close.
Yeah.
How did it get that close?
It's really hard to say.
For those who don't know in the chat, that was known as some might say an unwinnable matchup.
Yeah, Lex going into Zod is a 7-3, arguably an 8-2 on paper. But the difference maker in that set was the fact that Burrito and King are playing each other for years and years and years and years and years. These brothers that, you know each other's tendencies. You might force the issue here. You might play a little bit more defensive here. But now we've got Darth Arma playing his loser side match. He'll likely stick it out on Batman. And we got some more Injustice action coming up.
Great to see this game in the big 2026. This game means a lot to me. This and MK9 is when I really made my mark and stuff. And,
Sure.
A lot of memories. Back in the day.
Did you play in the Injustice bracket today?
No, so I could only attend today. I know, I think MK9 and Injustice 1 pools were yesterday. So
that was yesterday, yeah.
So I'm just glad to be able to be here and watch and I guess commentate this match with you. So.
Sure, there you go. There you go. Well, we're glad to have you on here today as we get this next set up here for you folks. Probably going to go into a little bit of a button check before we get the action started.
Oh, yeah.
Begin.
Make it quick. Don't
be
fancy with your Hollywood combo button. That's what we did back in the day. I was guilty of it too. I mean, you know.
Oh, you gotta practice your combos. Gotta make sure you have your execution right. Looks like we got Batman.
Is this a match?
It looks like a button check, I believe. Yeah, and Superman on the other side here. Haven't seen a Superman yet in the bracket, but would love to see it. Okay, we're going right into restart match.
Begin.
Okay, Darth Arma versus Mosef. All right, here we go.
Here we go, folks. Okay, connects the back three, scoop, and Superman does have that trait, so that damage buff is going to be pretty good for him here. Batarangs are called out, and just elects to stay full screen and chip away with some
Nice block
Batarangs
and a
here.
cross up. Meter building. I love the sparks. Just do it. And here we go. That big laser does a huge chunk. For those who don't know, that's like 13% right there. But it is slow and is a high. So.
And especially with trait active too, that
Oh, yeah.
hurts. Arma making his way in here and finds
He
the
just-
interactable.
Does the barrel straight up.
Why not? Just do it. Just do it.
Nike. Here we go. Superman punch. Roman Reigns. Push block.
Nice trade
Another
activation,
barrel.
but interrupts with the bat. Good stuff there off for Arma. Finds the projectile and can't quite navigate the bullet hell.
Yep. Meter's about even.
Okay, and here comes another barrel in play. An instant jump one there for Arma, finding the hit.
Yeah, that was a nice air-to-air jump one.
All right, and folks, when that laser is enhanced, that's an overhead. So that's going to be tough to navigate when you've got a bunch of other projectiles on screen coming out of Superman here. Forward 2-3 doesn't quite connect and forces the clash. Let's see how much either of these players are going to spend.
Okay.
All right, 25% health regen on the side of Arma.
Huge chunk there.
Batarangs are loaded up. Tries to get the cross up here, but Mosef answering with just a laser and finds the interactable there on the
Got
jump in.
Electric vines. There we go.
Okay, what are we going to see? This has been kind of neck and neck either way. All right.
Oh, that okay.
Could have been a punish there from Arma, but didn't quite find it. Nice blocking the cross up. Mosef staying really solid, but not solid enough.
Nice convert.
Ooh,
And the interactable.
A little bit of swag there from Arma too.
Oh, I was about to say the names were backwards, but I think they're fixed now. So a little confusion there, but should be fixed for you guys. Narrow meter burn back three.
Nice, keeps it unclashable too, 25%. This could go either way. Really nice jump in there from Arma. He is going to take this first game against Mosef.
Got clipped
Woo.
by the jump two there. Just the tip of the foot, the boot.
Just the tip of the boot, just the tip. Wonderful stuff there from Arma. Staying alive here on the loser's side. One of these players goes home today.
Begin.
And it could be either one. I mean, Mosef was looking really strong with the Superman here. That was not free
Oh my God, back
by any
to
stretch of the
slide.
imagination.
Clip him out of air. Okay, Arma jump two. Down two, EX. Grappling hook. Oh, got the cross up.
Ooh, okay, gets that reset. Nice
Wake
stuff.
up
for-
scoop. I respect it. Just do it.
Ooh, and catches the jump away there was Arma. Get down. Does he spend the... No, he didn't have meter to
Yeah,
spend.
his usage of the single bat release into the jump is very methodical, very cerebral from Arma.
Great presence of mind there and looking very strong going into the second game is Darth Arma.
Setting neutral.
Finding a Batarang, but not going to get too much off of it. And there is the float cancel there from Arma, forcing the clash off of Mosef. Now, Arma doesn't have any bar to spend here. Mosef probably get a little bit of life back.
I say spends one or two. Spends two. Here you go, 4-2-3.
Nice, connects with the back three there. A lot of damage. No trait, but still 35% hurts. Ooh,
Yeah.
and there is the background bounce there into the animation, beating him to smithereens in the elevator. Ugh. Stage transition into the Batcave you go. Okay, traits up, but doesn't quite get the grab. This is all Arma here. He does
Yeah,
not have
this-
Clash available.
Very dominant. wonder if we're going to get a character switch here. I would assume so, but maybe he'll stick it out. See what happens.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. This is looking like a speed run. I mean, Mosif had it pretty strong in that first game, but the adaptation from Arma that we saw
I would
in
try
the
for the
second game.
Aquaman. That's what he was using earlier, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, the Aquaman would be pretty strong here. Maybe he feel. Ooh, are we going to see a bit of a mirror?
I know. Okay, so like, King and Arma when they played early, they avoided the mirror, but maybe we'll finally see it now if this is the plan here.
Maybe it's inevitable. Maybe a Batman mirror is on the horizon, but it looks like.
I don't know his character pool, so.
It was the costume.
We are sticking with Superman. We see any costume change.
Okay, all right, that was it. That was it. That was what is going to put Mosif back on the board here is the costume going into this
Sometimes
game
you
three.
need a little swag change.
Yeah.
All that matters.
And take some time, go back to character select and collect your thoughts. Don't get too flustered and revisit because Mosif wasn't really looking too out of it in the beginning of the set there. Respect on both sides of each player. Wow. Just very patient.
Roomba's in play. Will we see it? Here we go. Ooh. Avoids it though. Nice. Air laser.
Okay, there is a Batarang in play here for Arma, so he can find his way in. But we're doing a bit of neutral, I guess you would call it here in Injustice.
He's trying to activate the Roomba, but he got the background bounce because they were close to each other.
Ooh, it's in play. There's the threat.
Superman punch.
Okay, nice jump in, blocked, plus frames. And
there we go,
beautiful neutral jump there from Mosif. Just hard reading that Arma was going to do something.
He went for some hard read there with 4-2-3 straight forward 3. Roomba's in play again.
All right, surely he tries to jump this, yes?
The tank Roomba, I should say.
All right. Navigating the minefield is Mosif on that Roomba. He has not gotten hit by it. He's doing a really good job of staying away. But Arma finds the opening once again, and there is your stage transition. Ooh! Not going to be quite enough to kill, but again, puts Arma in a really solid position to close things out here.
Avoids the Batarang. Here we go. And Mosif takes the first life bar.
Really solid read there from Mosif. Got the jump in, dash, close things out, and now we are even,
Arma takes it.
Completely even on life.
Right back.
Ooh.
Got caught with a cross-up. Early clash, that's... Some may know, some may know. The PPJ early clash. Those who know, know.
Only for those who know. If you know, you know. Arma clashing early here and pushing Superman back to the corner, and Mosif having absolutely
he got the cross-up there, but he didn't confirm. But he gets the back 3 here.
Nice pickup. That's going to be a lot of damage on the side of Superman. 50% for your troubles. Ouch, that hurts. Mosif looking pretty strong, staying alive, but Arma finds the air-to-air.
There you go, trait, double dash, Mario Kart. Avoided meter burn back 3. Arma, air sparks. Just jumping around, what's going on?
Something,
Blocks.
anything. Both of these players looking for any kind of hit.
Quick
Where's the
scoop.
cross up? Oh, woo. Is this enough? No, it's not quite enough. Drops the combo. Mosif gotta stay in it here.
Back to slide.
Oh, back to slide is so ignorant because you're expecting the overhead after, but Mosif stays alive in the bracket. Wow, it was the costume change.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta get my different drip for a different day, for a different match.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Mosif staying in it. I'm, willing to bet Arma sticks it out on Batman, 100% character loyalist. Got to go back to this character select screen, collect his thoughts.
Maybe Arma will get the, he does not get the costume change. Just try it in true default. Here we go.
All right, we're taking things to the Arkham Asylum. Now, there's some really interesting interactables
I have
on
trauma.
this
I have
screen.
trauma with these masks. Anybody who knows, knows.
Begin.
Ooh, and we get that first
That is
mask
part of why.
there. Nice block on the cross up there. Ooh, and gets the pick
Chandelier
up there.
denied. And he cut the dash for 4-2-3. That's very nice.
Okay, do we see more? Yes, we see more mask interactable there. More trauma for you and avoids the EX Frost Breath altogether. Arma just presence of mind knowing that Mosif wasn't plus enough to jail that.
Wake up scoop?
Wake up scoop is putting in work for Mosif here. It is paying off in dividends.
Fortunate combo drop, however. Armor gets the combo himself.
Not going to quite be enough to kill. We have Bat set up. Surely he forces the issue, right? Yes.
Yeah, Bat release, jump 2. Tried and true.
All right, Arma with a little bit of gray bar. Staying alive, but now the pig is in play. This is a really funky interactable. Infinite reuse. You can just slide it across the screen for free
That
damage.
time, he went for wake up scoop again, and Arma was like, no, not
today.
get out of here.
Not today, kid. I want this. I need this. I need to stay alive on the loser's side. Navigating the minefield is Darth Arma and gets the cross up again. Those have been put.
Oh, he does. I respect it. I respect it. He just did it again.
Just do it.
He's got to make something happen here.
Good blocks. No push block to be had. Just staying on our meter here is Mosif. He really wants to find a connection here, but Arma drops it.
This might be your tournament life at play. Oh, wake up, air grab. Here we go. Only a real master.
Okay, and here we go.
Well, it was worth a dream.
It was worth it. I mean, you got to believe with that last little bit of health you have on display. But Mosif, GG's, Arma. Wonderful set there from two really great Injustice players.
Yeah.
Mosif going to be going home today, maybe playing in some other some tournaments as well. But Arma staying alive in the bracket in this Injustice top 8.
Yeah, the adaptation in the second to last game for Mosif was nice to see, but unfortunately he could not hold the momentum. And Arma, the vet, takes the set.
Absolutely, absolutely. And folks, thank you so much for joining us here for some Injustice hype. But we are going to ad break, and we will see you in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Combo Breaker 2026 All In Together Tournament. We have got with us Injustice, Gods Among Us, top 8. Moving along on the loser side of things, we're setting up the next match for you here. We have been having some superhero slugfests going on. We've got Arma going up against Aquaman. Our last set was pretty close, really good set. Arma moving along up against Mosif with the Batman, but surely we're going to see Aqua.
Look at his stash. Look at his stash.
Isn't that
That's
beautiful?
A beautiful stash. And the the stash flannel combo.
Beautiful
Checkered
stuff.
Shirt, whatever
Beautiful
that is.
stuff. All right, going to start things off with game 1 here. Batman versus Ares. Mr. Aquaman versus Darth Arma.
There you go, Ares. Backdash, double by both of them, start the round.
Okay, just kind of hopping around. Are both players not really finding much.
So Ares is one of the characters in this game who had his down 1 is a low, so watch your feet.
Absolutely, going to have to be watching those toes throughout this set is Arma. But a bit of a just like scrambling going on here. Neither
There's
player
the
finding
God
something
Smack.
significant.
And the red goo, teleport in, bop. Kids bop, nope.
All right, nice push block there from Mr. Aquaman. Doesn't want to give Arma any more real estate. And Aqua is definitely going to be going into this matchup strong and confident. I mean, that's how he is as a player. And that is certainly being shown here by Aquaman.
Getting tricky with the sword versus axe, but Armin with a big, meaty back 3. Stage transition.
Probably one of the best stage transitions in the game, in my own opinion. Definitely my favorite. Super cool to be going through the multiverse there and getting chomped by Zods.
And that meter burn fireball from Ares is like, it's an overhead and it's super fast. So like,
And it does a
very
lot of damage too.
annoying to deal with.
All right, blocks the ambiguous cross-up is Mr. Aquaman. Really solid defense here, dealing with these plus frames very well, gets out of dodge, but no meter on his side. You got to deal with this oppressive offense from Batman. Surely Darth Arma closes this out, but finds an EX teleport.
All right, Arma with the corner advantage. But teleport, just like that, out of the corner from Mr. Aquaman.
Okay, nice block again on the ambiguous cross-up from Aquaman. Loading up the bats. Both players
Avoids
just
that
kinda,
fireball.
all right, nice. Ooh, clips him with the overhead and forces Arma off the clash. Surely he's going to get about 30 or so % back here. Spend as much meter as you can. Okay,
It's a
25.
stick of butter. But here you go. 1-1-3, back 3.
Ooh.
I think that's probably a smart clash. You didn't want to deal with a set play there.
Yeah, no, electing to clash there to avoid the ambiguous cross-up, guessing game. Really good stuff there from Aquaman. Ooh!
Oh, the God Smack, but the Batarang really clipped him, fortunately.
Plus. Ooh, and the overhead catches the backdash there. Beautiful
And
stuff from Arma. He gets the extension.
The background extension.
Nice. Aquaman staying alive. Gets him with the overhead. Doesn't have a lot of damage on the table there.
Yet.
Okay, Aqua playing patient, but Arma finds it with the bat. Is going to give him a clean first round. Arma going up in the set 1-0 against Aqua. Wasn't really looking too bad there.
Very good attempt at the end. Just that Batarang release, you have one. You didn't have to have all three. Just, it's so useful, so versatile. It'll flip you, jump, whatever. You're like, it is such good insurance for Batman.
On release, tracks you anywhere on the screen. It's a really good threat. It's a very good offensive threat. So whenever Batman has it.
Offensive and defense. This is multi-purpose. It
Yeah,
does it all.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Aquaman sticking things out here with Ares in our second game of loser semis.
Oh, he avoids the monitor.
And all these players today have just been doing such a good job of avoiding most of the interactables. Now, certainly not all of them, but
not the mask.
It seems that not the mask. Let's be clear about that.
I am justified in my hatred.
Vindicated.
My drama.
All right.
Look at that jump back one.
What a funny animation.
He just reaches his hand, his fist out there. Come at me, bro.
Okay, we get the EX here to extend. Set up a guessing game, and you guessed wrong,
Oh, goes for a
sir.
double? Look at that setup there. Just jump, two.
Nice. The bat's going to connect there for Arma. Surely this closes things out. Looking very strong in the second game against Mr. Aquaman. How is he going to adapt to this oppressive Batman gameplay?
That's 2 EX fireballs hit. That's like 25% there, getting hit by 2 of those. And that damage adds up, and he gets a string 2-2-3. Mr. Aquaman takes the life bar.
There he goes, staying alive, staying in it. And there's a cheeky little interactable there from Arma. Gets a nice connection here. Burn the bar, set up the bat. Guess for game.
Guesses incorrectly, has to clash.
All right, what do we think? Both players spend both bars here. Oh, no, okay. Arma gets a little extra damage for his troubles there on the table, but Aquaman not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Definitely an oppressive and very confident Ares. He is going to throw something out, and he is going to try and make it work out, but Arma finding his way.
Beautiful convert there. Arma up 2 games to none. Nope, obvious. He's all Ares. Just got to stick with it.
Yeah.
Aquaman.
No kidding. I mean, you half think that he would go for the Aquaman pick, but he is betting his tournament life on Ares, and I don't necessarily disagree with it. I think he just kind of has to enforce that mix a little bit more and get in, but it's so hard when Batman is all over the screen all the time.
It's also, I would assume, if I'm going to go out, I'm going out with my favorite character. I don't want to... If I play Aquaman and I win, they're going to boo me. Oh, Batman versus Aquaman. Let me be a low-tier hero. Maybe that's a mentality.
Oh, and really cheeky stuff off the forward overhead into the unblockable Mr. Aquaman. Maybe down on tournament life is what powers him up. Is this what activates him? Nice jump in there from Arma. He's got
Combo drop,
3.
though.
Oh,
And it cost him.
okay. Full screen presence here from both characters.
The full screen Godsmack did not work out. Arma gets the reset.
And surely he just does damage to
And
close
the
this
grab.
out. Yep. All right, Arma not quite out of it yet. But I am willing to bet that, Aqua really wants to take this with the Ares and keep things going. Doesn't find a full
EX
conversion
teleport,
there.
down one low sword. Armor's got all bars to clash.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet he spends it here too. And I am a...
Spends two.
Okay.
Gotta keep some meter, I suppose, for the comeback.
And good decision on both sides of both players to do such a thing. All right.
Tricky teleports there, but Armor caught him with the 113 midair. And then the jump two. But no full converse. Just loose hits there, here and there until the clash.
Trying to find something with that EX teleport, but does force out the clash. We've got 25 damage dealt from Arma and
Gotta
a
make
bar to
something
spare.
happen here. EX Fireball, we'll do that for you.
This is
What's the
even.
plan?
What's going to happen? Oh my gosh.
Guts the sword, caught the jump. Mr. Aquaman stays alive.
And in a fit of desperation, Arma trying to jump in and close the distance and close the set out. But Aqua finds it with that sword trait, clipping him in the air, staying alive. He's still in this bracket.
Yeah, clutch stuff going on. I'm going to assume this is... Arma's not going to change characters. Just take a breather.
Yep,
Maybe
probably change stage.
Yeah.
Just get a couple different interactables in play, see if that shakes things up. And Batman is going to have some pretty interesting utilization of the interactables in this stage. He's got the bat bike.
He's in home turf.
He's on home turf.
He can't lose on home turf. What are you doing?
You can't. All right, here we go. EX teleport. Closing the gap is Aquaman, but Arma finding the opening there. Nice little conversion. Didn't have bar to get the bat hook.
The Honda Civic denied. Big fist. Cross up jump two from Arma.
Beautiful stuff, and gets the cheeky combo there with the forward two into the bats. Gets the reset as well. Doesn't have a bat yet. Okay, there it is. Overhead. Nice.
Dominant stuff. Aquaman, what you gonna do?
Talk about a momentum shift, right? This is all Arma all day long. Faking things out with the projectile here. Trait. Nice pick up there from Arma. Doesn't, just fun, cheeky little gravity there. Couldn't quite pick anything else up.
As you were alluding to earlier, Arma's been so good at avoiding like all these interactables that Aquaman's been trying to throw.
Oh, and he hops on the bat bike with the batarangs and double EX projectile.
He's gotta pull out all the stops here. Just pull out all the gimmicks if you can.
Big damage coming out of Mr. Aquaman there, staying alive. Gotta get that gray health bar down because Arma can just run away with this with that second health bar.
Jump back one, teleport, slide, denied, jump.
Insanely negative on whiff. Super punishable is that slide. Aquaman staying in it.
Background bounce. Oh, reset, almost. He didn't have meter for the EX, or maybe he chose not to.
Yeah, hanging on to that bar so he can EX teleport out, go invisible, and some more full screen shenanigans here from Aquaman.
He's doing the tricky stuff now. Okay, Arma, smart clash. Seeing the momentum back. Just calm down, calm down.
This is when Arma really can't crumble because Aqua's going to really kind of go crazy and like you said, pull out all the stops. Arma has to stay composed and just do the little work that he has to do to close things out. But Aqua...
Oh my god, backdash from the Godsmack. Gets the sword. Will he convert?
That's pretty respectable damage into an invisible setup. Stay solid here, Arma, and the ambiguous cross-up does it.
Trait release, jump two. Mr. Aquaman is out of the tournament.
Whew. Something we have seen time and time again, that trait into the ambiguous jump two. Keeps Arma in it, keeps things alive. Beautiful stuff from both players. GG's all around.
Yeah,
that was quite the set. I'm really, impressed with Aquaman's ability to stay composed and completely momentum shift. Even when you're down in the set, you're down on life. He really just still maintains that confidence, and it is quite something to see.
And he's playing Ares. That character was known to be not very good.
Yeah, no kidding. And
Full
speak of the devil,
for sticking with it. And I am bowing out of commentary. Thanks. Good seeing everyone who, maybe those who recognize me, and Aquaman will be back on the mic. So,
all right, thanks for hopping in.
Peace.
Appreciate you. Folks, that was quite the set. Moving along in the bracket here, we are approaching losers finals. Forever King versus Darth Arma. Aquaman. Woo, what a set that was. You made some you were all over the screen with those EX teleports.
I'm everywhere.
Man.
Chaos is what I like to bring to the table here in Injustice 1, if you guys haven't noticed. But neither here nor there. I have been sent to the, Phantom Zone, as it was here in Injustice. And it's time for top 3 now. And I also lost my aviators in the pop-off earlier, so I am aviatorless right now.
No.
So sorry to anyone who gets turned to stone and sees my eyes right now. I am part Gorgon, as it turns out. But it is top 3 time, and we get the run back between Forever King and Arma. This is how top 8 began a couple hours ago. Was this matchup right here. Arma up 2-0 in that matchup. King brought it back, reverse 3-0. Getting started already with some momentum. Oh my God, commentators cursed him immediately. Re-picks it up.
And I'm interested to see here, Aqua, how either of these players adjust in the run back. Arma has been playing. He's been making a really killer losers run, so he's warm, he's ready, he is on the attack. And King is, he's sitting, he hasn't been playing that much lately. So we'll see. He is bringing it here. No kidding.
King wanting the run back with his own flesh and blood right now in grand finals. That's who's waiting for him. The duplicitous edge of competitive Mortal Kombat. Not twins, but brothers nonetheless, which is a superpower in Mortal Kombat. Across all times, as you see here, the modern twins, the twins Ketchup and Mustard, the brothers here, have been at the apex of these games. And just keeping Batman away. Similar to what you saw me with Ares, you just simply don't want to be near Batman, especially with mechanical bats, because he's going to do this and then vortex you. Because what side did that hit on? Sometimes I ask him, and he says, I don't even know, man. I don't know. And if he doesn't know, how am I supposed to know?
There's no knowing. There's no telling. The ambiguous cross-up is
ambiguous.
Infinitely ambiguous. And if that's your answer on the side of Batman, then yeah, how strong is that? All right, Arma answering right back.
Beautiful route there into the side switch as well. He's going to pick up the balls. Is he going to pick up the balls? No.
Do it.
They don't have the balls, Alphabet.
He doesn't have the balls.
Zod does. He's chucking them full screen. Oh, that dash up 1-2. Looking to catch some movement there as King. Doesn't. You'll care for the trade. Gets a clean jump in, though. Bye-bye Batarangs.
Do we see a clash? Certainly we see a clash on the side of Arma. Probably not going to spend all his meter here. Get a little bit of life back and reset. Take a second to breathe.
Yeah, in this economy, spending all that money is a little scary. And he spent 2 bars, got a little bit of health back. Oh my goodness, almost got launched off the projectile in the trade right there. Survives a scare and doesn't watch his toes. Has no... Oh my goodness, clash to save him right there. But Forever King with the crucial drop.
Unfortunate drop there from King, and finds the connection with the low is Arma. And Arma drops as well. Maybe there's some nerves going on here.
Oh my goodness, Butterfingers all around right now. Tries to avoid the trait with slide and sitting there ready to eat him alive from the back right there. Look at that, just taking a massive chunk out of the back shoulder of Batman right there.
Well,
is that trait.
Minus 700 was that slide there, so easy punish there for Forever King. Gets him up in the set. And now we see more of that oppressive trait coming out of General Zod.
Those are overhead grabs that's 2 and 2, and there's multiple things you can do with the Zod trait. You can do an overhead grab. You can do some swipes with it. You can come up with low with the Zod, which makes it just mix-ups on top of mix-ups. So you can see here, ready pressure, and he's going to throw the low to overhead. Great block from King, and he still got swiped out of the sky.
You can't jump. You can't avoid it.
You cannot escape. But doesn't end his combo.
And beefy 34% damage there too for King. Oh, finds a stray hit off of the Zod ball. Picks it up with that special. Keeps things safe.
That's a save with the push, and oh my goodness, the elbow went through the kneecap of Batman, but that's $1 million batsuit, buddy.
That is very expensive. Speaking of things being expensive in this economy,
by the way,
be careful here.
This is not Bruce Wayne, by the way. That's Thomas Wayne. Flashpoint Paradox Batman, baby. The best outfit in the game.
It is very clean. I do love that design. Pick it up. Pick up the balls.
He did pick up the balls, and they're gone.
Oh,
immediately.
No.
A millisecond later. He said, no balls for you, my friend.
Okay, trade
Only
is
for
going
a
to extend
Kryptonian.
some pressure here.
Oppressive lasers. They just push you to full screen while you're eating chip. That's just mental damage.
All right, finds the Batarang. There is Arma getting rid of that last little bit of gray bar. Batarang's coming back on deck for him for sure, but we're going trait for trait.
Nice block there. Oh my goodness, covered by the down 2. Tries to judo chop him to the head. Doesn't work. Meter burn forward 3 are universal armored moves in Injustice. You can meter burn a forward 3 and a back 3. 2 different properties. Both armored.
Okay, King kind of backing off, waiting for Trait here, and now he is going to force the issue. What's the mix?
Low overhead by the Trait. Big damage there. Zod cashing out for a mean 38%. That's not a bad day at the office right there. Look at backdashing all of his problems away right now. And I think he's trying to style on him. Are you kidding me? Just try to whip punch with a back three?
That was quite something. Arma
This
finding
could
it with
cost
the
him his
bat hook
life.
there.
Oh no, he didn't meet a bird for the restand. But he baited out a wake up, and this is getting crazy. Their drops are kind of insane right now, Alphabet. There might be some nerves on the stage.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, this is your tournament life, and you want to make it back into grand finals.
He didn't
and
drop a
these two
single
players.
combo against me.
Oh, but now.
Yeah, but
now all of a sudden.
But now all of a sudden.
All right.
But Rocket's coming. Perfectly dove over. Keeps it safe. And look at the timer, too. 8-7 seconds. What can Armor do? Get scooped.
It would have taken a miracle there, Aqua, for Arma
I'm not even
to
sure
climb that mountain.
how he could have done that much damage in that amount of time. He isn't a power character, so there's no reset interactables unless he's in one of the corner ones that explodes, which he had no access to right there. And even Arma is like, okay, that was 7 seconds versus a health bar.
What are you going to do? We're going to go into game 3. That's what we're going to do here. Forever King up pretty commandingly, I would say, looking very strong. And just the raw bat hook does it.
Big mirrorless pickup. Get down. The balls are in play again.
Pick him up, pick him up, pick him up.
Come on.
Ooh. We're being taunted. We're being teased with the balls. Pause.
It's amazing how much they're playing around it right now, though.
Okay, nice pickup there from Forever King. Ooh, didn't quite get the background bounce. A little bit of swag on the screen there.
I don't even know what that string is, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, the lasers. Back to full screen you go.
Ooh.
Oh, cancelable, though. Try to fake him out. Great to stay underneath the Trait bats right there. Something that you saw me do a lot with Ares was just kind of hitting down one up in his face because of the low profile. The mechanical bat, if he sends it at certain ranges. I've never seen that string before. That's forbidden.
Yeah, that's definitely some DLC string going on here if you don't see that represented, but nice little pickup there from
And
Forever
Trait
King.
time. What a call out. He's got the launcher too. Guess what? Trait gone. He picked up the balls, which while you're holding them, if you get hit, they still explode and do great damage.
Oh my god.
So kind of a win for Arma, all things considered. He's got to take him off the south bar though. Got to take him off the south bar. That Trait bat was drunk. Did you see that?
It didn't know where it was going.
Oh no, Magic Pixel territory.
Uh-oh.
This is one of the scariest situations, and he just glitters it.
All right, good stuff, Arma. Getting rid of that. That could have been really good for King, just taking as much life as he wanted with that gray bar. But now we got to deal with this Trait. Get it!
Oh,
shoulder jump.
He grabbed the forward dash. No clash available. This is just free damage. Bigger damage on the execution of that.
Only a real master. Just holding the EX forward 3 there. Arma, signs of life.
Arma needs a reset. And he got parried! Forever King!
I forgot Zod had a parry.
In what world? I've been playing this game for like 15 years, and I also forgot he had a parry right there. That was crazy. King with the biggest smile on his face.
Whew. There we go. Okay,
He
look at him.
says he wins.
Greeting
I
his fans.
always win. The infamous Zod outro, one of the best in NRS history, in fighting game history. He goes out to the crowd. Zod always wins. And look how happy those people are for their new leader.
Cheering, infinite aura. Zod always wins.
Yeah, happy for the order that General Zod has brought to the world. And that these two brothers have brought to this game. They've been in the hyperbolic time chamber for 15 years.
Whew. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of
and
time.
Have come
and a lot
out
of sets.
and have shown up. And will be playing for the Injustice 1 title here today.
Who'd have thought? Well, yeah. King Burrito.
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
In coming into this, there are quite a few of us that are still active and play this game, and it is very reflected in the pool, or in the bracket, I should say.
Sure.
Because I know I've been active playing it, Mike's been active playing it, Arma, King, and Burrito Voorhees, who've actually kind of been the most active in playing it, running online tournaments still to this day. Did some Parsec a few years ago. We're kind of raw net coding these days.
Yep.
Just because, we're old school. It's okay. We
And they
know
love
how
the
to
game.
swim in murky waters. That's all I'll say.
And they love the game, right? Yeah. It's keeping things alive. It's being able to, still have love for the game all these years later and just do whatever you can to provide a platform for players to to show up and love what they do.
Yeah, show
right?
up, show out, and these were literally times of us doing it for the love of the game. There was no money. Justice, what are you? We paid money to play this game. You see what we're doing to each other in this game? Chat, do you see? Everything I hit someone with was an unblockable launcher, essentially, today.
Those were
And we
filthy.
paid money to get hit by stuff like that.
We went on planes.
Yep.
We went across the world, all over God's country to just.
For the love of the game. And I'll tell you who loves games like these two guys right here. Playing in almost every single one. They're still rocking their Yomi shirts from
Love to
back in
see
the MKX days. Yomi Gaming, a blast from the past. That's what this entire all-in together experience has been.
And it certainly is all in for both of these players.
Shazam.
Burrito
Shazam!
on the winner's side. Going up against his brother, Forever King. We got Shazam on the screen.
And just showed his brother no fear. Round one fight, dash up command grab in your face.
Talk about balls, Aquaman.
That's how we're getting started. And another one, Scoop, where are you going?
All right, and I wonder how Shazam does in this matchup, how Burrito is going to approach things. Certainly that full screen overhead charge is going to do him dividends, being able to close the distance and not really allow Zod to just kind of lame him out.
Yeah, Shazam, a very mobile character. Has that phasing teleport. Oh, gets smacked by the turbine. Usually a launcher, but he found himself grounded right there.
Keeping things safe there.
And Shazam has access to a lot of damage. When he trades up, even more damage.
Oh, it's no joke. Both of these characters really are very strong in the damage department, as it were, and gets out of dodge with the teleport. Good stuff there from Burrito, but Forever King finding the grab, evening things up here in our grand finals. First game.
Oh, great backdash there. Where are you going? That one advances so far forward.
Shazam!
He's gonna trade up. No, did a little too early.
Okay, nice. Avoids the interactable.
That was the best answer. He's gonna keep it unclashable as well. And back! God! Oh!
This is a competitive fighting game, Aquaman.
He hit him with a $5 million rocket right there.
This is competitive, and we have unblockable setups. 20%, 25% even.
And that's the weakest one you're probably gonna see.
Love it.
I love Shazam's pop bots right there. I like being a hero.
I like being a hero.
I like being a hero. Forever King wants to be the villain as he switches to Solomon Grundy.
Born
on a Monday, christened on Tuesday. This is a battle of two of the best designed grapplers in NRS.
No kidding.
Look at the animation on that fucking suplex that he gives him.
It's so. Oh, there you go. And both of these characters are just going to be gripping up and scooping all day long. Nice block on the overhead and the down two tick throw
Ready
from
for the
Grundy.
tick. Incredible. Uh-oh, chandelier's being played. Oh!
Stink it up. Didn't quite find it off the down two connect there. Interesting. Maybe that was a spacing issue.
And while the stank is on, damage over time while you're by your opponent. So those little ticks on the health bar that are happening while he's doing this, with that activated swamp gas that he has, just armoring through everything right now.
Beautiful armor through the overhead there is going to do it there for Burrito. Oh my gosh, he just like presence of mind. I know you're going to do this. Good call out there from Burrito Voorhees.
Burrito, I mean, getting it better with the trade right there. An interactable piano through the armor, still doing some great damage. Interrupts the torpedo. This is going to be scary because that could, yeah, he actually wanted to avoid a reset right there, a potential reset. Grundy can go for some massive hit advantage, and then it's either grab or mix.
All right, 30% on the side of Burrito. Gonna spend the cash.
Trade's activated for Shazam. If he gets the hit, oh my goodness, he might be dead. Had to wager.
You absolutely have to wager that. Burrito is just making godlike reads in this set, calling out when King's going to do an overhead, when he's going to tick throw, jumping at the right time. Burrito is on fire right now.
Nice check right there. King's doing that quite aggressive because he's doing it from that range just to see if he kind of phases into that range or into that spot. To be meeting him back to frames, and look, that was an optimal pickup off the down two. Got the back three, and here we go. Shazam!
Spends the meter to activate the trait there and finds the low. Good stuff there from King.
Reset 34 into, I think, a 30 or 20-something% command grab right here. 33! Wake up command grab into the say transition.
The cojones.
Not going to be enough here. This is one of the weaker ones. Sends him to the front of the manor. Bruce is pissed right now.
That's going to cost you.
Plus frames.
Very expensive renovations are going to have to be done here at Bruce Wayne's Manor.
Out of meter now is King.
Ooh, you got to be careful.
Are you kidding me? Inside the mind of Burrito Voorhees, the double corpse walk cancel in the down two, caught him jumping back to read the grab, and now he's going to throw him to space. Yeet!
There you go.
If
See you next Tuesday.
If you listen real closely, they never fall.
That's a nice little detail there.
Where is he?
He's in space.
He's in orbit.
And Grundy with the muscles to do it, too. I mean, look at the forearms on that guy.
Look at that thing. That is a monster, if there ever was.
He doesn't miss leg day. He doesn't miss arm day.
Suplex. Whew. That was savage. Canceled the corpse hop into the command grab. And he's loading up. You see that chain in the bottom left? That particular command grab, there's 3 different variations, give him 3 different buffs. Wait, he loaded up 2 fists, which means that he does more damage.
And that is going to be a massive amount of damage. Speaking of here, for Shazam, 50% for your troubles. I mean,
No joking. The piano wins.
Okay, doesn't quite get the punish.
Yeah, I don't think it was close enough for it, too. That's one of the tricks of torpedoes, is if he recovers close enough to you there, you definitely find some negative frames. Oh, he's been great with the raw scoops of his own in the command grab battle of grand finals. Yeet!
Yeah, and I want to see more command grabs on the side of Forever King to answer for these like wake-up command grabs that Burrito is doing. It really is going to be the difference maker here, but
Burrito.
my God.
Making so many right reads right now. So much damage off the board right there. Unwagerable. Has no meter, though. He's traded up.
Oh, okay, forces the clash. King gonna get a little bit of life back here, but he's gonna have to press the issue. Burrito is in a very commanding life lead. He's got Gray Bar to work with, so he can just kind of go to town, take maybe some extra risks here to try and fish out for some more damage. And there it is.
Ooh. Fantastic little conversion there, and Burrito Voorhees avoids the wake up, had the answer as well. Was literally 2 steps ahead of him.
Quite literally.
There, knew the wake up was coming, was gonna meet behind, had the punish ready. I like being a hero. You guys can't hear it, but I'll say it for him. I like being a hero. If you guys don't know who Shazam is, he's a 13-year-old kid that turns into the superhero known as Shazam. Shazam!
Yes, yes. I really like that design in a hero. That's really kind of funny because often with superheroes, it's like...
And he talks like a kid. It's
Right.
just like,
Right.
I like being a hero.
I like being a hero. All right, Burrito looking really strong here, Aquaman. What is going to be the adjustment out of Forever King? What does he need here to stay alive and potentially get a bracket reset in this grand finals?
And so far, he has not been able to avoid the grip range of this Shazam. Everyone looking at this completely different, and that's a perfect answer we needed most, but I mean, Zod had a weird little arc of falling there. I'll have him to avoid that back 3. Ooh, anti-air denied. That was a meaty jumping from Forever King.
The slow ball getting to set up the laser
Slow ball is going to
here.
be really good. It's very active, and it's going to meet him in recovery frames like you see there. Oh, no, not the tombstone.
You can't avoid that with that trade on screen. That is so oppressive, but Burrito finding another grip for your troubles, drops it.
And nowhere to avoid that. You might have the best backdash in the game, but I'm a human torpedo, bro.
Ooh, finds his way through the Zod balls and gets a really cheeky pickup here. Spends the meter to set up trade.
Oh my goodness, and because he had the trade up, it did extra damage. Any fist attack does extra damage when that trade is up. 4-3 was one of them. 33% unwagerable that he smacked him with.
He needs it.
I mean, he actually does. That's
He
that's
actually does.
it. Yeah, he absolutely needs every single bit of this.
All right, Zod finding the grab. Not quite enough to close
Oh
things
no,
out.
this is so scary. Magic Pixel.
Burrito can do something.
Is he in torpedo? He can just build meter if he wants to.
Oh, okay, all right. The full screen charge is going to do it there for King. This is tournament life for him. Do or die.
Even if the trade's gone, that advancing low clipped him, and Burrito wants to keep the health lead.
Probably spend a little bit
Zod
of meter
saying
here.
something about kneeling right there, I imagine.
Kneel before Zod. All right, gets a little bit of life back is Burrito Voorhees, but gets caught on his way in with the teleport.
Yeah, missed out on the combo. Definitely could have converted off that ball.
And this is going to be tricky here for Burrito because he doesn't have very much meter to work with. He finally built the bar there to extend some of his command grabs, but now King can really go to town setting up this this trade.
Oh, he was looking for the orb. Not close enough. We saw him do that to Armo earlier, where you're kind of being locked down by the trait. You have to hold the interactable. He's going to send the water. No. Gold corners on the stage. You can break the aquarium and send the waters of Atlantis at your opponent.
Ooh, and clips him with the low. Burrito not watching his toes, but he does have meter to extend it. And that is going to be your
Ladies
Injustice.
and gentlemen, young Burrito Voorhees wins Injustice here at Combo Breaker, taking it over his own flesh and blood, Forever King. It was an absolute classic battle in this top 8. Holding his brother's arm high, Burrito played so well today, not just in Injustice, but MK9 as well, getting third in a game that he just recently picked up in the past year.
No kidding, man. I mean, if you're talking about a prodigy of a fighting game, a solid player, kudos to Burrito. I mean, he played out of his mind today.
He did.
The presence of mind to just, like, make some of those call-outs of, like, Corpse Walk when Burrito was on Solomon Grundy, just really, like, he was so tapped in.
And he stayed on his Zod like you wouldn't believe. Just didn't let him breathe. And that's one of the biggest keys to fighting Zod, is not being able to let him control the pace of the match, the space, because he's used to backdashing, zoning, trait. Then he controls and he goes back away. He was just constantly on him. Torpedo, the 4 dashes grabs that were, when he was reading trait, so essential there, because it just kept Forever King guessing, and then he would change it up on his approach on the next time around. Really smart stuff from Burrito. Shazam,
that was the right
just
pick.
won the tournament. This was insane. What crazy top 8. So many different characters used. About 5 bottom tiers were on display. This was just awesome and beautiful thing. In 2026, Injustice, Gods Among Us.
And Shazam winning the tournament in 2026. You
would have thought. Not me.
No, it would be Zod. Oh, it would be Martian Manhunter. Nope. I like being a hero.
Yep. Both of them using a lot of different characters to put on some great variety. To everyone that made top 8 and competed in this Injustice tournament, I personally want to say thank you very much for having just a blast with us here, and to the Combo Breaker crew and Rick for hosting this event here, as well as every other NRS title. It's only just begun. That's the end of Injustice. MK9 concluded earlier, too, with Big and Super Bowl getting the win. Congratulations, Burrito winning this one. And then tomorrow, we've got currently, right now, we've got Injustice 2, MKX, that is setting top 8 right now. And then we also have tomorrow, MK11, and
I think that's it.
MK11, yeah.
MK11
and then the exhibition tonight. I believe I have to go play my MKX match, so I'm going to go ahead and if we can call it now. Thank you guys so much for watching Injustice here at Combo Breaker. Alphabet, been an absolute pleasure. Hope you enjoyed the action as well.
Aqua, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys for joining us here. Stick around for more action all across all of the Combo Breaker channels. Thank you for joining us, and have a kick-ass day.